Welcome.
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 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome, everybody, to
I don't even know the
some
episode.
sort of episode. I believe we're in season 2. Season 2, episode 5 is what's on.
Yeah.
It's what comes preloaded.
Do it. Well,
Is that
maybe
true?
that means we're on season 2, episode 6. If that was the last.
Do you have any insight, Dad?
I'm told it's correct.
Let's
season
go.
2, episode 5.
Oh, nice.
Did OT preload
He
it
did.
for us or
He did.
something? Yeah.
Legend.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So we've got a bit of a personnel change. We're like the Warriors. We're like the
Ashton's
Golden
in
State.
a basketball phase right now.
We're like the Golden State Warriors in that Steph Curry is out, OT. So,
I want to be Steph.
well, you're not out. So,
Well, I want to be Steph.
find a way to make me Steph.
Maybe I'll just leave. If I leave the podcast, am I Steph?
Yeah, our point guard's out. OT on the board is out. So we moved our 2 to the 1, and we brought in a ringer.
We brought in another one. But
Yeah, the original plan was for
we
my,
put him at 2. So
the original plan was for my dad to go on the board in replacement of OT, but then I reminded everybody that I know that board better than anybody.
it's proven to be true time and
Yeah.
time again.
Proceeded
Ashton,
to.
I would like to point out you decided to count up when we were going into welcome. And I thought that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
What did I do?
When you were giving us a silent count in,
Oh yeah,
counted
Yeah.
up.
I
It was
thought
kind of,
it
there was no
was.
definite ending there.
I thought it was
Just
gonna be
keep
3,
going.
and then I was like, oh, there's 4, and then
yeah.
Oh, he's closing in on double digits.
after I hit 3, the next most reasonable
yes,
is 5.
yeah,
If you had continued after 5,
yeah, I would have been shocked.
there would have been eyebrows raised.
10, I guess. You guess I'm
Yeah,
going to 10 if I clear 5 and
Yeah,
don't appear to be
10's the
slowing
max.
down.
Yeah,
I've
But it-
got to be going for 10.
yes,
That's like if when I'm coming down from the 4th floor in the library on the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
if I get past 3, the 3rd floor to a healthy degree, and I don't feel us slowing down, we're headed straight to the bottom. Because I don't think someone on the 2nd floor
He's going to call
is
the
gonna
elevator.
do the elevator to go to the 1st floor. They're probably just going to go for the stairs.
Mm.
So if we're looking like we're
You're
going to
cruising
blow past 2,
Yeah,
You're like, feeling good.
yeah.
yeah. I mean that's.
I've got a little elevator story, but first I feel like we kind of mentioned about Ivan's
Yeah.
with us today. Ashton's dad, wonderful guest, listener of the podcast.
Thank you very much. And I have to point out that I didn't blow the intro this time like I did in episode, I think it was 2, when you guys do the welcomes, and I wasn't familiar with that metaphor, so I just said thank you.
Oh,
I thought it was directed at me. So anybody who listens back that far,
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
I get it now.
that's what marks
That's-
a good guest.
Mhm.
Learns from
The
their
ability to
mistakes.
learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
All guests make mistakes, but some guests just stick their feet in further. They just they dig in.
Which
True.
which
To their
which
mistake.
ones those are? We don't, whatever. We don't want to get into
We won't
it.
say. I don't want to start drama. I don't
Stick
wanna
their
start
feet in
drama.
what we don't know, but
Sand. I was
Yeah.
picturing sand.
Yeah.
Digging in sand.
Yeah.
They're they're hunkering down into their mistakes
with their feet in sand.
with their feet in sand.
They're at the beach.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's Santa Barbara. Okay. Back to my elevator story.
Yeah.
Come on.
And by the way, claps. I faded them in, faded them out. It was appropriate
Did you-
timing.
Did-
They are still going.
Yeah, they're still on.
Nobody knows that board like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashton has claimed to be an expert on the board and has gone on to display like mediocre at best prowess of the board. But
Well,
maybe he won't stick his feet in the sand. Maybe he'll stick his feet out of the sand and learn from his mistakes. Something like that. Okay. One time I used the elevator to go up and down from my apartment, and okay, there's the up and down buttons when you're getting an elevator. How much do those matter? Like if I click down and I get an elevator, is there no chance of me going up?
I've actually
yeah.
not
Like
gotten in an elevator that I accidentally summoned, but
wrong
telling them I was going to go the wrong
Yeah.
way.
How much does that
And
I don't
just
know.
I didn't want to. Oh man.
Oh.
I just flicked this or something.
Don't flick that.
Okay.
Oh.
very
I'll try
touchy
not to.
cameras.
No, I'm gonna
today.
dig my feet in the sand. That thing needs to be
That
flipped.
sounds way too enticing. My feet are cold. I guess I'm
Uh,
looking to Ivan for an answer.
I think the answer to your question is, and you'll probably get just a crush of comments on this.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
think in a fairly unsophisticated older elevator system, it probably doesn't matter a whole bunch. But I do know in like modern hotels, there's a pretty sophisticated software that optimizes like where they start and stop and which way they're going. And like if you press up and the elevator's coming down, it'll skip you and go finish its journey and then come back and take you up, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But like in an old apartment building, they're probably the same button.
Okay.
Doesn't Yardi do that? Like software for buildings like that? Some company that OT interviewed for, right?
They're property management. They're not like
okay.
elevator software. That's probably pretty specific. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So basically, I don't know. I might have had some mix up with the direction of the arrows, but basically,
They're tough.
got it.
Arrows are tough.
I
Up,
get
down, there's so
paralyzed
many
by
options.
choice.
Yeah.
I got in the elevator, meaning to go down. Got on my phone. That was my first mistake. Waited in the elevator. I guess I hit one, but whatever. The elevator doors opened, and I just walked out, and I was standing on the 4th floor. I'm on the 3rd floor. My apartment's on the 3rd floor, and I just ended up on the 4th floor, and kind of like made a move to just walk to like where I thought the door was, and then I realized like, oh, I've gone up.
And George was still on his phone, and then he walked into the girl's bathroom.
Yeah.
And then
So silly.
was still on his phone and got in a lot of trouble.
Whole mess of
I guess,
trouble.
and then I think I took the stairs down from the 4th floor because
You were so rattled.
it was like
hilarious.
surprisingly jarring. I was like, "Wow!" And then I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm done with this elevator crap." And
That happens a lot, that people will go on their phone and then like be in an elevator with a lot of people. I see this all the time. And then they hit 1st floor, but someone who got in after hit like 2nd floor. And then, the elevator dinged. I must be getting out now. No.
did they do it? Did
And
they
then,
go all the way
yeah,
with it?
they get out, and then it's like, oh, this is not my floor.
Oh,
They come back in.
Yeah.
I thought you were. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I thought if they didn't come back in,
George
if,
is like, wow, they come back
That's
in.
impressive.
if-
Yeah.
if they don't go back in, it might just be their floor.
Or maybe
Or they
they're
might be too embarrassed. They might just like
like me. I don't think I'm
Yeah,
going
usually
back in there.
usually they go out and then they say, "Yep, this is my floor."
Home, sweet home. I love when I'm here.
Yeah, I love going down from the 4th floor to my home of the 2nd floor,
Yeah.
which happens all the time.
Well,
You guys have fun on your journey home. Mine is complete.
you do hear the occasional story of people like not paying attention. The elevator doors open and they step in and there's no elevator. So you do have to be a little careful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
It's happened more than 0 times.
Elevator
Yes.
repair.
Yeah.
I would say there have been a number of things that have happened more than 0 times.
Yeah, and that's one.
I feel like what's crazy is that is something. I mean, like
You
that
might
could
do.
be anyone.
That could be you.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
But I don't
ideally,
think it could be any one of us, but I don't. It won't.
ideally they'd have some sort of warning right there, or like guys.
Would
working
the
on
elevator
it.
be below or above?
George.
No way to
no
tell.
one knows.
Careful,
Sorry.
you flicked it.
If it's below, that might be kind of fun to land on top of an elevator. If it's like 1 floor below,
Yeah.
they're
Scare the heck out of the
no,
people
I
in
Think
the
that'd be
elevator.
fun? Did you
I
see
don't know.
that?
You can see what's up there. I'm always kind of curious what's
You
on
would
top of
fall
that
like a
elevator.
story.
You would fall
One
a story
story?
onto, and you'd be on your. You wouldn't be expecting.
Okay,
it.
take the falling out. I want to be on top of an elevator at some point in my life.
Why?
It's just like a spy
With the
movie,
glass-
I guess.
Okay.
But you've seen.
Oh, in Skyfall, there's this super fun sequence where James Bond, like, jumps onto an elevator that contains his enemy, and it's a glass elevator that's going up. And not the floor is not glass though, but James Bond is clinging to the bottom, like peering up into the elevator at his
That's
enemy
fun.
who doesn't know he's there, and he goes up like a bunch of stories. It's super fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That
See?
happens in
So George, maybe.
Die Hard too. Kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he's running from his enemy and he jumps down the elevator shaft to a vent, and he like snatches onto
Yeah.
it barely. And
Oh,
then,
Die Hard's all about vents. Die Hard's all about
yeah, it
climbing through
is.
vents.
It
right?
is. And there's like steam coming out of everything.
Feels like the kind of the recipe for elevator horseplay is like having enemies, man. I gotta start with making enemies and then
Yes.
get them near an elevator and let them madness
think
ensue.
Elevator horseplay is a natural byproduct of having enemies.
That's the common denominator here.
Yeah.
My econ professor goes to like a lot of like conferences and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that there are like elevators now that like if you just have a key card or like your key card that the hotel gives you,
Mm-hmm.
you like walk into it and like don't have to do anything, and then they
It
just
scans
know.
your key card as you enter,
Yeah.
or do you have to scan your key card to get in? Maybe
No. Wait, that's not what he's.
And then what does it
Sure.
know exactly?
where to
Floor.
take you. What if you want to go to
Well,
your
yeah.
friend's floor?
Yeah, what if you want to just go to a different floor? I mean,
Technology.
You're not always going
I don't.
home.
I don't know.
I think it was like COVID thing or something. Like don't have to press buttons.
Either way, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Great Star
Um,
Trek.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of James Bond, there's this. I don't know what James Bond movie it is, but I saw this TikTok and I showed it to George, of the orchestra, the
Oh,
full
cool.
orchestra recording the
Oh,
like the
that's
credits
cool.
music. That
Oh.
like it kind of builds
Yeah.
as the final scene is happening.
Yeah.
And then he says, "The name's Bond, James Bond," and then they do like this.
Oh yeah. The big hits.
Yeah, the big hits. But the big hits, and I said this to George. That's like it's the music of a spy, because it's like really like composed and like
Mm-hmm.
kind of reserved.
Yeah.
And then you got these big like violent hits, and then it goes back to being composed. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like boom, bow.
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it was so cool.
I went to the Academy Awards Museum of Movies.
It starts off really cool.
Yeah.
I went to the Academy Awards. Period.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that there. I'm not ruining what I got with that.
People are gonna clip that. I mean, beyond
Yeah.
belief.
Yeah, oh, people will. My
George went to the Academy Awards. We got him.
but it's sort of an underwhelming museum on the whole.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Me
I guess
too.
like what kind of stuff underwhelmed you?
It was just didn't feel like maybe it wasn't. I first of all was not the maybe perfect customer because I recently had ACL surgery and I was on crutches and kind of in pain.
So George was getting a little cranky.
I was getting a little cranky. No, but it's just
George
sort
was
of
on
hard
it.
to maneuver. Like I didn't. There was like maybe some more different rooms I would have been compelled to go into if they weren't so dang far away and moving on crutches wasn't annoying. But basically it just didn't like. It felt like it had room for improvement generally with like the how interesting the exhibits were and stuff.
What kind of was a cool thing that you saw?
That's what I was about to say.
Good.
It was from Indiana Jones. It was like this one cool scene, and they showed how they made all the, when they movies do like sound, they'll like use different stuff for sound.
Yeah.
Like it was like the big boulder rolling, and it showed the guy like collecting the audio from like a car.
Oh, the
rolling
Foley
over
effect.
gravel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's the Foley effect?
it's the term for that.
It's the
Is that an effect?
It's sound effects.
Foley is
Foley.
is the sort of all the background sounds, I guess, that they use.
Oh,
in the movies.
okay.
Yeah.
So you'll see that in the credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Foley master.
Like who does the Foleying?
Yeah.
The
What
Folier?
what would that title be, Dad?
Well, I don't totally know, but I think it just says Foley.
Oh,
Is that
And
spelled
then
the same as Folly? Because that would be funny if they had a guy instead that
No,
was just
it's-
doing follies. A lot of mishaps.
FOLE?
Are you calling fault?
But like, yeah, like for like punches or something, they'll
Yeah.
like hit a watermelon or
Exactly.
something
There's-
wacky.
They get so wacky.
well, yeah. I mean, it's just like whatever. You're not seeing it. You're not seeing all that
Exactly.
wackiness, so
And
they're
it
free to get as
sounds-
wacky
it
as
sounds
they please.
Good too.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does tend to sound good. I feel like there could be. You could do a joke about do they really need to get that wacky? Sometimes they get extra wacky for the
Yeah.
fun of it. But
Sometimes they get
maybe,
extra
I feel like
wacky just because they know they can.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing the guy collecting one of the sounds for Star Wars, I think, and he was outside with like a headset and a recorder and a
Right.
microphone and everything. And there was a big, like a telephone pole with a guy wire that like holds the pole up,
Yeah.
and he would tap the wire with a like a hammer or something,
goes
and it
going,
kind of made this like. And then they played the part in the movie where that sound came in. It's like, oh yeah,
What sound was it? You
it was
remember?
like a
laser gun.
laser gun or
Yeah.
something firing. Some
One
kind
time
of,
I
Yeah.
was playing with a humongous slinky, like 30 feet long, and when you slinked it, it totally sounded like a Star Wars laser gun.
Yeah. Well, our vacuum, when it's like
yeah.
powering off, it
Oh.
totally sounds like. In fact, it's right there.
Can I become the Foley master really
Can
quick?
you reach
Yeah.
it without? Oh God!
George, wait.
George is
Just
totally
go.
I'll do
tethered.
it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Or can you do it easily?
I don't know.
This has never been
George
performed.
is like a
my
bowl
gosh.
and bowl
Oh my
in a
gosh.
china shop
Oh, okay, nice. George did it.
with like a
D-O-W-L.
with a torn ACL and meniscus.
George is like a beautiful bowl in a china shop. He's
Exactly.
right where he belongs.
Okay, so maybe you're best suited because you know this vacuum best.
Well, you just. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, you hear that powering down sound?
Wait, okay.
Yep.
I mean,
Someone do
like-
a laser gun. Ben, do a laser gun motion. Like,
Like this? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are loving that.
Yeah.
Was that fun? That's our weekly Foley hour.
That yeah.
It was more of a folly hour.
Yeah. That reminds
Boom.
me of OT's hit YouTube video Finger Shot.
Yes, his first foray into filmmaking is about 8 seconds long, and it's just this. And that's
Yeah.
it. That's all you get.
How
OT figured out like iMovie or something, so he just took a video of his finger doing a little finger gun and then going like that, and added in this like massive like gun like laser cannon effect.
I think you guys have a super funny iMovie that is on one of your Instagram with you guys and Owen Rap.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
that iMovie trailer.
Yeah,
That was
it's like,
madness.
It's like 4 kids from different walks of life.
Yeah, it was just like the stock iMovie.
Yeah. We didn't really. I mean,
That's
we
on
didn't-
my Instagram if you guys are feeling compelled to go
Yeah.
get in on the fun.
We didn't really know. I mean, obviously, we don't know about like movie trailers, and we definitely didn't know about the little like the trope of the movie or whatever, right?
No,
'Cause
we
the
had-
whole template was like the like 4
Ragtag.
kids, yeah,
Bunch of friends.
yeah, do something or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't understand any of that. It was basically just like a bunch of funny clips we assembled, and then there was like stuff in between it, but like I don't know what that stuff is.
No,
Like,
yeah, it was.
like it just had some music in the background, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I feel like most trailers are pretty much that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that way, we nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have access to your phone for questions?
Oh,
Ben wants to play
Ben wants.
Clash Royale or something.
Do you have access
Ben's
to your
hungry
phone?
for screen time. Yeah, I put out a question thing.
I'm going to do something your dad would never do, and I have tea, and I'm going to drink it right now. So,
Yeah, wonderful.
so
Yeah.
take that, Art.
He probably
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
he probably likes some.
Oh,
drink they
Oliver Pelly came through in a big way. Gone but not forgotten.
Attaboy.
Wait, only OT, or
No,
others
too.
Okay,
But mostly OT.
okay, nice.
I'm gonna have to pee during this, so just to let you guys know.
Oh, it's gonna make me
Well,
so angry when you.
Do you know this is a thought I had a lot when I was a younger kid, and I still have from time to time. How convenient would it be if I could just
pee?
like pee and have it like just instantly teleported away,
It'd be really nice. Actually.
Yeah.
like just no mess.
I used to
Oh.
feel that way about food, but now I
Now you're
I like
like
eating food.
I feel that way about food sometimes. I feel that way
Sometimes,
about food when
yeah.
at school when I have to make it.
Yeah.
That is real.
I kind of wonder along the lines of peeing, do fish have bladders? Is there any reason for a fish to hold it, or does it just come out all the time?
That's a really good question.
Well, any
Right.
animal, there's no real reason to hold it unless they're like in their den. Even then, do they just piss away? What's their deal?
No, I
well,
feel
I
like
think if you're a
dogs
land
have
animal, you don't want to be leaving a trail, right? Because then,
Well, a lot of times they pee to mark their territory.
pay to mark their territory.
right. But if you were just like leaking pee all the time,
Yeah.
couldn't
you
predators
need a
just follow the
bladder.
trail right back to you?
Right. It
You need a
feels like
bladder.
there's reasons
Wait, but were you just suggesting that fish pee continually?
or just
Oh, I just didn't know whether fish have bladders or not. Because what do they need them for?
Okay.
yeah. Is there any reason not
Bladders
to
at
just be
all? That's
leaking?
interesting. I was
Maybe-
just thinking they don't like hold it in.
Maybe it's a similar reason.
Oh, because they
Like maybe like
Let's just
sharks
look
have
that up.
really good senses of smell,
right.
They do.
and
they
so
definitely do.
if you're just
Fish-
leaking it, you're leaking this pee trail.
Man, most bony fishes that
I think that's why
What?
fish evolved
help
diapers.
with what?
Yeah. What are you reading, George?
No, most fish do not have urinary bladders that
Yeah.
store pee until it's safe to let it leave the body. They just go whenever they feel like it.
No way. Well, wait.
So
But animals go whenever they feel like it too. That's what I was kind of saying. Like they don't like
Wait,
we
wait,
hold
wait.
our pee because
No.
we're not near a bathroom.
going whenever you feel like it sounds like you have some way of storing it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. They also put an exclamation point on that, so it doesn't feel that.
Doesn't sound so scientific anymore.
Do fish have pee?
They sound pretty pleased about their statement.
Yeah.
Do fish have a urinary?
This is like a 6-year-old who did a science report or something. They just go whenever they feel like
A
it.
urinary bladder is present in fish as an expansible part of the urinary duct.
Oh.
Parse that, George. I dare you.
In mammals, it's a greatly expandable muscular sac. So it's sort of like they just have a pee pipe that can grow if it needs to.
Right.
Which I don't know when it would need to.
Yeah.
But we have an entirely different muscular sac.
I looked up why. Well, my sack is pretty muscular. I don't know, George.
Ashton hasn't gone to the gym in 3 years.
I work out my bladder all the time.
Bladder's
Bladder
strong.
crunches. 50 in the morning, 50
Which
at
I'm
night.
gonna. Yeah, that's my bladder's soon gonna have to be emptied again.
Oh,
Okay.
back to the pee-pee stuff, Ben.
Yeah.
Real mature.
Why can't you just teleport it away like I've always dreamed, Ben? That's so.
When would a fish
That's so
feel like now's not the time?
Yeah.
His girlfriend's around.
Totally rude.
Yeah.
I recently looked up why cats have tails
Mm-hmm.
because
Balance.
and also interestingly
Flies.
like social signaling and stuff.
But I feel like that social signaling might have come after they had the tails. They like had the tails and then started to use them for social signaling. I think that'd be kind of weird to like, oh, we need social signaling. Let's get a big old tail to use.
It seems like less
got-
efficient.
You got other stuff.
Yeah.
Use your feet or whatever.
Yeah. I guess it's that. Why don't we have tails? They've got 4 legs.
We used to.
Yeah, but then
Oh, I would be so down to have a tail, actually.
really?
Would it be skin or fur? I don't want a skin tail.
It would be skin. We
Ugh.
don't have fur on the rest of us, so there's
we
no
have
way it would
fur
be
on our
fur.
heads.
And
Yeah, but like rats have fur everywhere but the tail.
God.
That's true. That'd be gross, George.
But
Big old rat tail.
I really, truly don't want a skin tail, and I really do want a fur tail. I'm a furry.
Yeah, get yourself a fur tail, George. Get yourself a whole suit.
It'll probably be just a surgical enhancement sometime soon. You probably just get one.
that's crazy.
And then like all the
Don't
best.
some people like like their tailbone is like
A
longer?
little bit prominent.
Yeah. And it,
You're going to need all new pants, George. I don't know. Your
Yeah.
wardrobe's going to need an upgrade.
Does the
I'll just
tail
cut
go
little
in,
holes
in
in
or
my
out
pants.
of pants?
Out of pants.
oh, it's
Out of pants.
Is
Yeah,
it,
that
does
would-
it droop
yeah.
down or is it droop down like a dog's or is it up?
It's prehensile?
It's up when he's signaling someone in some
Socially.
social way,
Mm-hmm.
and down when he's not.
And it can hold your body weight, like
yes.
okay,
It
yeah,
bounce
that's-
around like a kangaroo.
No, that's not what I'm
What?
thinking. The other way, like hanging.
Oh, either way.
Okay.
Both ways.
Both. Okay.
Simultaneously. Yeah.
Speaking of imaginary body things,
Mhm.
I don't know if we had mentioned this before, but you and I had. Like, why aren't there diseases that make you feel better? Because it seems like that would be evolutionary advantageous to the virus because you'd actually
Oh,
go out and get it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually, I've never thought of that. That'd be
Yeah.
so
Like,
hype.
if you just felt euphoric for a week.
I'm infected right now. You're like
Yeah.
super strong.
That'd be yeah. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah,
at
why
all.
isn't there a virus that makes you feel more affectionate and like, oh my god, I love you so much, getting the virus all over?
Mhm.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Cootie, well, it's cooties.
That's called cooties, Ashton. Actually, a lot of girls have that growing up.
It's terrible. It runs through school, so, elementary school.
It's cooties and lice. It's, you know.
Yeah. we need to mask our children up for cooties.
Yeah.
Never mind COVID.
That'd be so cool. But I wonder, yeah, like big games coming up. You go to like an area that's known to give you the strength virus or whatever.
Big caves coming up.
Big
Yeah.
games coming up. George is like a little
Sorry. I
Sports.
think in terms of the big game.
George.
Whenever I hear something, I'm like, how does this connect to the big game?
How does this affect to a big game? I may or
We're
may
playing
not be a part of?
state. We're playing state.
This is.
This is state versus
We could come home with the title. Here. Okay.
red v blue.
Yeah, I wonder what the next like evolutionary like thing is gonna be, if there is any for humans.
Okay,
There's definitely some.
over the last
mean-
couple topics, I've been sort of formulating this question because I'm
What is
thinking,
it?
wouldn't it be like cool to have a bigger bladder, and then it'd be cool to have a tail? So let's say like you get one change in that vein to your body, like new
okay.
body part / altered current body part. What do we?
Gills.
Okay, wings.
Oh, that's
is,
so hard
Is
to beat.
wings too OP?
Wings might be too OP.
Okay.
It
no
feels
wings.
like a superpower.
Yeah.
Like within reason. Come on. This is
I think having way better vision would be cool. Like, I heard some story of this woman who had, it was like 10 times better the resolution than most people have. Like she could
Wow.
recognize like somebody from like 1,000 feet away or just some ridiculous.
Real
Wow.
lady?
A real person, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, so how does that not get like, if you can, because like in computers, when you can zoom in super far on something and it's still in sharp focus,
Mm-hmm.
it's because there's more pixels.
Yeah.
So is her brain just getting overloaded with pixels at all time?
I guess I should find that story.
That's kind of interesting because to have 10 times better vision, are you like, is your brain
Is it
10 times more
overwhelmed?
overwhelmed with stuff?
Probably.
Yeah.
You probably kind of filtered out though. I'm going to find the story. You can put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Boom.
Put a link.
Yeah,
we
also,
won't.
Well, if you did, it would be a first.
Great idea. Not gonna happen.
Does she see normally, but just like her long distance is far? I will find this story.
Like if I was
Yeah.
looking at Ben with her vision, would I like see his like
I'd
horse?
find all the
Yeah.
I'd
Or
find
like if I
all
was
the-
looking at that wood, would I see the
I'd pick him apart mentally.
Kind of HD.
Is Gills is
Gills is
superpowered?
on the edge of 2 OP. Maybe it has to be a land mammal. Something else a land mammal has.
Well, yeah, okay. Do any land mammals have gills?
No.
Or I guess I mean not land, but mammals have gills.
sea mammals? No.
No, I think that is
They have
Coming
lungs
for
in the
air.
blowhole.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of
You
part
could do
of being
lungs. You could do blowhole style breathing.
Just bigger lungs.
Yeah, I guess bigger lungs. That's fair.
wait. Blowhole. What is that?
It's just nostrils.
Yeah.
But they blow water out of
Yeah,
it.
good
They blow
stuff.
air and water's in there, generally.
Yeah.
Like a little water's in there, but it's mostly air.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Pouch. Pouch came to mind, but I don't think I'd want it.
I wouldn't want pouch.
Kangaroo pouches are gross.
Yeah.
They
On the
are?
inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, they're not furry in there.
What's in there?
They're not
Just
furry.
It's like
cute.
bone.
like the
like-
like their inside,
Oh, really?
like exposed bone.
Ooh.
Wait,
gross.
is it exposed bone?
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
exposed bone in there.
It's it's gross. It feels like
You
if you
felt
cut
one?
no. It feels like a
my
really
hand in. It was gross.
it feels like if you cut open a pregnant woman, it would just be
Ooh.
it's like this.
Well, I guess it kind of is a.
It's
like
just
a
like
half
this.
a uterus or something.
It's just
Kinda.
like they got lazy designing the rest of the belly for the.
Yeah, they just
It's
didn't
so if
close
it's
it
like
off.
pregnant women didn't have full bellies and the baby could just peek its head out. It's basically what it's like.
But they're not
Do they-
actively.
They're not
They
birth.
birth them and then
Yeah.
pop up in the pouch.
Yeah, I know,
But still.
but it's basically
kinda with
like
That
Yeah.
seems fairly error prone. I feel like I've seen that where like the baby kangaroo comes out and has to crawl its way into the pouch. It seems like you could just drop it. Like you could be like, oh, I thought it was
God.
pregnant. Now I can't find it.
Oh yeah.
Can it? I mean, because it has to make a treacherous journey from like emerging back into the pouch, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't just appear in the pouch.
No, but how does I don't know about kangaroos that much.
Maybe the mama picks it up and puts it in.
I think yeah. I
They're
think
pretty
it's-
jacked.
I think they're pretty small, though. They're tiny. They're like
The joeys?
yeah.
Well,
When
they're
they first,
big?
when they're first born.
I don't know.
No
I have
way.
no
Okay,
idea.
we're gonna put that.
Look it up.
I'm gonna put a link to all this
I'll
in the
look
comments.
it up. No, you look
How big is a Joey?
when it's first born. Ooh.
That was probably
How big is Joey and how big is Chandler? I love Friends. No.
George and I saw a Central Perk mug at the thrift shop today.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's the coffee shop from Friends.
Oh my God.
We're not fans,
okay.
but
Okay. How
I
big
don't-
is a Joey? 1 inch long.
whoa, you
Nailed it.
could lose it.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh my gosh, you could totally lose it. I'm sure they get
And
lost.
they blend in with the dirt too. I would
I'm
imagine.
Yeah.
sure they gotta have something.
They have that
down.
woman's vision. They all have the vision of that one woman.
They have to have something down or like
Female kangaroos spout a porch on their belly made by a fold in the skin to cradle baby kangaroos called joeys. Newborn joeys are just 1 inch long. Okay, there's no You know how like new science words, there's like a biological like Latin root.
Yeah.
Some guy just got to have fun with Joey. That's not
Yeah.
a Latin root.
But
That's
is that
no-
is that the scientific name for it?
Well, I don't know, but it feels like a.
That's like-
Regardless, some guy got to have fun with Joey. Okay.
I bet I knew who it was,
Some guy named.
But I
Joe.
feel like
Yeah.
there's like calf as like a baby cow.
but there's probably a like Bovus.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's that. for
David
Joey.
Niminus.
Bovus
Yeah.
minimus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's also that for
A funny
Joey, though.
skit might be
Yeah.
like the guy named Joey pitching what we should call baby kangaroos, and he's like, I've got a lot of science reasons behind it. I won't bore you guys.
Look, I really don't want to go. I could get into the weeds here. What it boils down to is that these things should be called Joey.
This is definitely an Australian guy too.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Do you guys ever find that when you Google something, the people also ask is often riddled with like kind of questions that seem a little weird, or not weird, but just maybe like really obvious or not that kind of odd questions.
Yeah, like
and the
maybe
people
maybe
also
maybe
ask.
relating things that like are like really not
Like,
even
okay,
close to each other.
How big is a joey? And then another one is, what is the difference between a kangaroo and a joey? I mean, I guess that's fine. How many animals are called joey?
That one.
Like that.
Like, who asks that?
Yeah.
How many are there? Click it.
How many animals are called joey? Oh, baby koalas are called joeys too.
Okay, fair.
Oh.
Fair question.
I
Fair
thought it-
question.
Okay.
Maybe they found out both of those, and they were like, "Where does it end?"
Yeah.
They found out both, but they're both marsupials. So,
Oh, so maybe it's a.
are marsupials mammals still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So is it
Wait.
like a class
Oh,
of-
yeah, I
George.
think they are.
All marsupial babies are called joeys. Kangaroos, wallabies, wombats, Tasmanian devils, possums, and bilbies.
I love marsupials.
Those are just-
such fun names.
marsupials.
Yeah. Wait, go rattle off those marsupial names again.
Kangaroos, wallabies, wombats, Tasmanian devils, possums, and bilbies. That's just
Best animal group.
that's just what
period.
happens when
Yeah.
we get Australians
That's
to
an
name a bunch
easy
of
rap
all-star
song right there.
team.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
That should be a rap
Yeah,
group.
Those are those are the members of a tribe called Quest.
Yeah.
Kangaroo, wallaby.
What animal like is that a what animal like poops in the cubes? Have you seen that?
No.
Like their poop is shaped in cube. Look that up, Ashton.
That's another.
I'm gonna look it
Yeah.
up, but while I look it up, we watched a nature documentary about Kenya, and these.
Why don't I look it up so you don't have to
Yeah,
type and talk?
to be honest, I was so focused on what I was saying, I completely
I
forgot
knew.
what to look up.
I knew that would happen.
What animal poops cubes? The bare-nosed wombat. Let's
Yeah.
go marsupials.
What?
What, like 5 for 5 at this point on
Yeah.
just sweet facts?
It's not a cube with
Whoa.
sharp corners, is it?
It squeezes out nearly 100 six-sided turds every day. An ability that's long mystified
Are there
scientists.
pictures of them?
Post them
I'm
in the comments.
sure.
Yeah. I watched.
Yep.
So these
Can I see?
hippos
How cute
basically
are they?
hang out in these little like rivers or ponds in Kenya.
Yep.
And
You guys don't get to see.
their poop basically fuels the ecosystem, and it's fish food.
Hippo poop?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And there's this funny little shot where all these fish, this like school of fish, is basically following the behind of this hippo, like running around, like just waiting for it to poop. I don't know. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that was
Nature's weird.
Yeah.
Hippos are like so scary. I feel like
They are.
Like, I
Have you
think-
seen them eating
They're just
pumpkins or watermelons?
Yes, it's so
I
easy.
hate the way they eat it because when they smash down with
It,
no
like-
finesse, it hits like the roof of their mouth.
Yeah.
They don't even use their teeth.
well, they don't
Well, they have
need
like they have like 4 teeth.
Yeah, I know, but it looks so like. Can you picture eating? Like I don't
We're
want.
completely different.
That's
I know, but I don't like to see
they
that
do it
crap.
like George plays with Legos or something.
Yeah.
Probably. It's just- Well, I'm so strong, but I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I got into it actually in a big trouble with some Legos last year.
In what way?
I never have used a Lego set. I always just did mismatch Legos, and
Yeah.
then
I actually remember doing mismatch Legos
yeah,
at your house.
that's the way to go. And then I used a Lego set and dumped them all into one big. You're supposed to open the
Oh.
bags one at a
Yeah.
time.
They're numbered.
Yeah, I was just going. I guess that's my own fault, obviously. And then it was like marginally harder to finish, so it wasn't actually. That
You
big
got
of a
into
deal.
some big trouble with those Legos.
I think those themed Legos are relatively new because I remember when I was a kid, I don't think they
They
had.
would just have the bricks and.
Yeah, you just got a box of bricks and you go for it. Like,
Yeah.
but there's no instructions.
Were you a
or-
beast at that?
I was a beast. Yeah, I could make
Is there a Lego
any spaceship.
Like
Two,
any.
two or more bricks, and I was, it was a
Lego to
spaceship.
computer computer interest pipeline? Is that
Building things. Yeah,
yeah? Like
Yeah. kind of.
I did a Lego
Certainly didn't work with you, George.
computer
you'd
like
be surprised.
car building class at where's the park that pony baseballs played?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. That
You're
building?
asking
I know.
3 experts.
I know
on that-
that's
on that
exactly.
Yeah.
I was very confident that you guys would know.
This is,
Yeah,
this one is drooping, and I think it's that lever.
Mm-hmm.
That
Physics
lever.
brain likey.
Yeah, my.
Do you want to just fix it?
Well,
No, thank you. You're using the wrong. Use this one and then scoot it back.
Well, yeah, I'm got to do both of those though.
Okay, that's fine. Wait, so Lego computer?
no.
What did you say?
Like car building.
George just hears what he wants to hear.
Hold on.
Wait, that's actually nothing like.
Am I hearing you correctly when I say Lego?
Lego computer. Fascinating. More
Expand
on that.
Lego car building.
Yeah, then they would like, but they were like motorized and would like work.
So Lego engine.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Well, the engines wouldn't be Lego. You would like build a Lego
Body.
body
Around a little motor engine.
Yeah,
That's fun.
You guys ever go to Legoland?
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I feel like it's underwhelming.
I think it is. We went
Really?
I
there.
remember
kid.
being absolutely blown away by it as a 6-year-old or some in
Well,
that
all
ballpark.
Yeah.
all the Lego sculptures are really cool.
Oh yeah, I guess
But-
that's sweet.
But the way I remember it is that you walk in and there's this like Lego car, like sort of mellow roller coaster that's basically just going around like the whole park or something. I don't really remember. That's how
You were sick.
I visualize it in my head.
Yeah.
And slightly related, I think at the Dallas airport, Dad. It's not an
Yeah.
airport we were at recently, but it was the last time we went to Texas, not the most recent time.
Yeah.
Well, those are the same thing. The time before the last time, we went on that like kind of rail car or whatever that was like on this track around the entire airport. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, Dallas.
And it
yeah.
was
Lots
like-
of
it was
airports
like-
have that.
I loved it. It was like Legoland.
It's like kind of a nuisance, no?
No, it was so
What,
cool. I
what
felt-
childlike wonder?
I felt like it was like a futuristic city and I was like on this huge like raised I
I
felt
just-
like it was like, you know, those like, I don't know, like this is what the world would be like if we didn't have
Wars.
alcohol or something, or like wars or whatever. And it's like this futuristic city.
Yeah, I felt like
Like
that.
cars, like it just felt like that. It was so cool. I was getting the whole like panoramic view of the airport and I was going around. It was amazing.
Ashton, I just did that when I was in Arizona.
Yeah.
They-
Did you love it?
Sky Harbor.
Yeah, Sky Harbor.
I love that place.
You get on it. It's called like the Sky Train, maybe.
Yes, Skytrain. That's exactly what it's called. It was
And you,
even the name.
it takes you straight to the rental car place, and I got to see the Arizona Cardinals jet that they take. to
Oh,
games. It was
nice.
cool.
See, if that's how I got from place to place, I'd just keep going places. I just
I would simply
wouldn't
not have
stop.
time to stop. I saw something on the internet which it's like kind of surprisingly interesting. It was like if you just like if you went to the grocery store and just removed all I forget what the exact word it used, like
Food.
all sense of habit or routine, regularness, whatever, just kind of looked at it with like complete like childlike wonder. Like it would just be the most like imagine just going to the grocery store with and then you're just surrounded by all this prepackaged food and like you get
Like
You get what
going
I'm
back,
saying?
Like going back to
like if you're a
primitive?
caveman.
Yeah.
no just yourself, but you just take away all sense of
Knowing what a grocery
this is not
store
getting
is.
you guys.
George, do
me
you,
find-
Well, you're
do
not
you
really-
agree with the sentiment? Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
find that it would be cool?
Yeah, I think
And that's
so.
all you need. Well, but
Well, you're not. I don't know.
I don't know if that
explaining- Yeah, I don't know.
really gets me in the way you're explaining it.
But that's like what you did with like
Yes.
you could just get on that Sky train and be like, oh, travel to my other gate. This is kind of a hassle.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
like, oh, sick. Like,
Yeah, I was loving it. And
Yeah.
if yes, yeah.
all right.
I'm not going to rain on your parade. I refuse to rain on your
Okay.
parade.
You couldn't.
Wait,
if you
explain it.
tried.
But-
Explain it to me one more time.
Well, I feel like yeah. Okay, go.
I think I
I
gotta
No, no, no,
let me
I-
try to find it.
Because
I don't feel like I'm.
No,
a
I'm
sick
saying
people.
I don't think
bunch
I
of-
understand it.
I get what you're
understood
saying. It's
right.
like you walk into this like massive emporium of like
endless
anything you could
options.
ever want, and it's all
Yeah.
categorized, and there's
Yeah.
50 different choices
Yeah.
for every single
Yeah.
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
I guess I
And
just
if you
didn't-
just take away like how normal it is
Right.
to you,
Right.
Yeah.
and just approach it like you.
I think that people do that from different countries when they come to America.
Yeah, or if we went to if you went to a different country and like they had some massive selection of I don't know, some little thing that
Rabbits or something.
Yeah, or like some crazy fruits we don't have here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but I think
whoa, this
I think
Yeah.
because like huge supermarkets are like such a big thing here, and they're not in like a lot of other countries. that,
yeah,
like I've seen videos of people like walking into like a Costco or just like a Walmart or something.
Yeah.
Like having a similar reaction. to what you're
Exactly.
Describing. Yeah.
I basically kind of
I'm not gonna look it up because now we're
now
got
we're
it.
rolling.
We've all got it.
I kind of stay having my mind blown in a similar way whenever I watch a nature thing.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it
Yes.
always gets
Just
me.
the fact that all these wacky looking creatures are walking around in like the same ecosystem and that they're all so wacky looking for a reason. It's so amazing. Like we're just watching like all these African little critters are hanging out in this like oasis or whatever. And you got the fish and the like in the little pond and also the hippos in the pond.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, this was crazy. The hippo will open its mouth underwater and the fish
Will
come
clean it.
and pick the
Yeah.
food out of its teeth. And for the fish, it's a meal. And for the hippo, they're getting their teeth cleaned.
That's pretty
so
crazy.
sweet. I wonder
it's
if one
amazing.
like
It's like insane.
one jackass hippo one time just got too hungry and chomped down and ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
I imagine they did.
too.
Can the hippos tell when that's going on? They know to keep their mouth open?
I'm sure. yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is crazy. I mean, just that level of like evolution where it's like you have a drive to like interact with some different animals in that way. It's just so
It's
cool.
so
That
sweet.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's this dog at work, and it looks a lot like a wolf, and it's pretty into squeaky toys, and it kind of made me think, like, I bet real wolves would like squeaky toys. And then I had this vision of myself, like, in a helicopter going over, like, Wyoming or something, like, pushing squeaky toys out the door of the helicopter, and all the wolves down there would just be so stoked. And their prey would be stoked, too, because they'd hear the wolf playing with the squeaky toy, and they'd know to
Yeah.
like,
I
get
bet
out of the way.
The wolves would, I guess, then ultimately be not stoked because then they would.
That's true. They'd have to learn to put the toys away and go,
They might.
stop squeaking.
It would
that.
be an exercise in willpower for the
Yeah.
wolf. I really want to play with this toy right now, but I also want to eat.
Those
So-
wolves have been a little overindulgent lately, and I think it's time we teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting, though, just to give a squeaky toy to a wolf and see if they're as into it as a dog is.
Yeah.
I think I heard saw something. Basically, like dogs like squeaky toys because it reminds them of like the squeals of them killing something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes. So wolves would probably be totally into
Wolves
it.
would
Yeah, I
probably
bet they'd
be-
be fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog, whose name is Wolf, loves squeaky toys.
Oh, he does?
But he
So,
eats
there
them,
you go.
like eats them fully, and so he
Oh,
can
for
have-
real?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
Gobbles down.
that's
Wow.
that
I
seems
love
to-
that. I literally love that dog.
George, you plan on getting a dog as soon as when?
As soon as it's like I can reasonably, I don't want to get a dog and then like give it a shit life,
Right.
So I want to like have a cool apartment and be able to have the time to, or whatever house, I don't know, whatever, have the time to like take it on walks and all that.
Apartment. It occurred to me. So Oti lives in an apartment, and their neighbor has a dog, and they're like kind of on the interior of the apartment. It's quite a big complex where it's not just like stairs right outside your apartment, and there's outside there. You kind of have to like go through some hallways and stuff. And their neighbors have a dog, and then they said like, oh yeah, we hear the dog going by every time it needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that just occurred to me like, oh my god, like having a dog in an apartment is way less convenient than having a dog in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that never really occurred to me.
Yeah. So I want to like obviously be in a position where I can give a dog a good life, but like as soon as that's feasible, I'm pretty much in.
I think
Yeah.
George, what you need is an apartment that you own that is just one thing that you have all to yourself.
or a house, maybe a house,
Yeah.
What kind of dog, George?
a big
dog.
big dog,
Big one,
yeah,
Yeah. Wolf is what is he?
He's like, what type of dog is he?
Mm-hmm.
He's an Alaskan Malamute Chow.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
He basically looks like a husky though, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
Are those
And that's freaking.
are the dogs that look like wolves closer to wolves actually, like evolution style?
Probably.
I feel like they must be. Like, Tiana's mom's dog is like this big. Like, it seems like
That
pretty
dog-
far from a wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you look like a wolf and you're about the size of a wolf, you're probably pretty wolfy.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting, but like maybe like personality wise, hard to say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like Wolf's he's pretty wolfy.
Really?
Like,
Like, if push came to shove, would he eat you? Like, if he was
eat
hungry?
me?
Yeah.
He loves
He
beast.
would kind of eat anyone but me
Yeah,
I-
George.
with any luck.
George loves, like, George could sit with him for like hours.
I kind of like to pretend I have a special bond with him. I basically just don't.
Yeah.
But oh man, do I?
George, you're like that guy that went to live with the bears in in Alaska, and everybody said, "Oh, that's a terrible idea. Don't go live with the bears." And he's
Mhm.
like, "It's fine. It's fine. The bears love me." And then I think the bears ate him eventually.
Yeah,
Mm.
bears. I think bears. there's like Instagram accounts where people are like kind of have like
Yeah.
they're like
yes.
rescue bears or something, but
Yeah.
they basically go hang out with bears like
Yeah.
in an enclosed space.
They
and,
like wrestle with bears in a kind
Yeah.
of like playing with your dog sort of fun way.
that's
I've totally seen
that feels
also-
kind of presumptuous of that guy. Like
Yeah.
like oh look at me, I'm so comfortable with these bears. Like no, I don't think you technically are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they like let him like eat honey or like peanut butter off their hand.
Yeah.
Or something.
yeah, don't do that. They're not
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would basically do that with Wolf, but he's obviously way
Yeah, he's
less.
a domestic dog. He's not a.
Okay, but it's a domesticated bear in their eyes.
Is it though?
But bears
Is
don't.
it though?
Dogs have been being domesticated. For
No,
thousands
I
of
know,
years.
but I'm saying like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because but their eyes are the wrong eyes.
I
Yes,
wonder
yes,
what
that's
effect
my
that
point.
has on like a dog's like wild animal instincts, because they haven't had to use those.
What if what has what?
Because
effect?
presumably any dog that you're getting hasn't
Mhm.
been a wolf for a long time in many
Yeah.
generations.
Yeah,
So do those instincts just go away?
probably.
I think some of them don't, like the instinct to protect the pack, because definitely, like, I forget the exact scenario, but one of you guys was little, like a baby, and we had a dog. It must have been OT. And some sketchy person came up to mom at the beach, and like her instincts kicked in to protect both of them. And she was a golden retriever, so not super wolfy, but she definitely thought,
Fine.
"You're sketchy."
You guys had a
enough."
doggy?
We did.
Cool.
Yeah, golden retriever. Yeah.
There's a video of OT, basically early OT days when Ayla was still alive, the
Is that the
dog.
dog? Yeah.
full name like that.
I like
Yeah, it is a great name, and it's even a good human name, I
Yeah.
think. In
Ayla
fact,
or Alo?
Ayla.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard A-Lo also.
Tiana
I think you could go either way.
Yeah, me
said
too.
she liked that name for a human baby girl, and I couldn't help but agree.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I found myself compelled to
I-
agree.
Oh wait,
Oh, well, there's a video of basically early OT days, and Ayla's in that, and the Beatles Across the Universe is the music, and it will make your heart melt.
Nice.
We'll put a link to it in the comments.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
These comments are gonna be popping.
Yeah.
I see like Wolf, like I see his ears perk up when he hears or sees something,
Mm-hmm.
and then he starts doing this thing where he like starts to walk really slowly and put his feet down, and it like totally looks like he's hunting.
It's so
That's
interesting.
exactly what I needed to hear.
And like,
When
and like when he, because I've seen him, like spot something way down our hill
mm-hmm.
and then just go after it and like pull up like a snake or something,
That's
Whoa.
Oh
so
my goodness.
cool.
and it just like totally
yeah.
does he bring home venomous snakes?
no, he does not. Thankfully,
That's
we've
good.
So, dogs were domesticated by humans over many generations, but
Mhm.
kind of with the cooperation of the dogs. Like there was, I think, my understanding is that there was like a little something in it for them, which
'Cause
is
they would
just, like
get
kind of free
food from
food and
us?
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, could we do that with bears? Have we tried? And if
Well, that one guy tried.
yeah, but he's only got one little generation of bears. Like, can we just like cut off a bloodline of bears and just start making them try to live with us?
We should just breed smaller ones, so like they get down to a reasonable size.
Mhm.
Yeah, or maybe crossbreed a bear with a dog. Is that so crazy?
Don't
Is
think
that
you can just
unethical?
do that.
We can. Lions and tigers do it.
But
they
then
can't
they're-
reproduce.
Donkeys
they're-
and mules.
They can't reproduce.
But those
Yeah.
generations aren't. Yeah.
Guys, I want to see one of you guys. You could do this, could biology, but I want to see a mammoth in my lifetime. I want to
Yeah.
see DNA.
Yeah.
yes, me too.
Resurgence.
Yes.
Elephants are up there with possible favorite animal.
Yeah, they're Emma's favorite animal.
Yeah.
Really good favorite animal choice. I mean, they're
I mean, they're just so
massively
cool.
intelligent, very cool.
Yes.
I got to
So.
like pet one once, or like it was. I think it was a Sacramento Zoo. Anyway, the elephants came
I
up
thought you were
close.
gonna say it was like a sacrament. Like
It was a sacrificial element.
it was at
elephant?
mass, and they brought in an elephant.
Yeah, it's part of the ceremony.
It's the sacrament of the element.
Yeah.
But their
elephant pet.
skin is like really soft. It looks like they'd be sort of like really
Leathery.
hard and
Isn't
kind of
there, like,
leathery.
little hair, like hairs on the skin.
Yeah, and its big eye was right there with its eye, and
Sweet.
it was just looking right at you. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
So cool.
It was really cool.
I think whale sharks are cool, but people swim way too close to them, and they should be bothering them less. When
Yeah,
When-
people should be bothering them less.
People
People
should
should be
bothering be-
bother most things.
yeah,
less.
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
It was like it's so depressing.
Unless it's me, I can bother them. They like it when I bother them because
it's
I've
not
got
bothering. It's more
No.
of we have a mutual respect for each other.
yeah.
It's really
Giants of the sea.
Me and the whale shark, two giants of the sea.
It's quite depressing when you're watching one of these these aforementioned nature documentaries, and they throw in a thing about like humans have essentially like gone in and messed everything up
Yeah.
about this habitat that they're talking about. Like, oh, look at how cool this animal is. Well, there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, really? You need
What are you
your
gonna
freaking
say,
ivory?
Meester?
You guys need your ivory? How about cool it with the ivory and let these elephants live?
I was gonna say this when we first started talking about this, but I completely forgot. But I think what I think is really cool is those like terrariums. Yeah, have you seen those? Where they put like
little or big?
either.
Bigger the better.
Yeah, well, they start off with something small, and they've slowly like more animals come in and stuff.
Mhm.
Ah.
They don't necessarily like. They sometimes put them in there, but sometimes just like maybe there's like something in the soil and like little bacteria come up, and they like.
Those are very
Yeah,
cool.
those are sick.
Yeah, where you just let a little ecosystem happen.
You know what's kind of, I don't know if this is, it's probably, I don't know. Basically, the one thing I have anxiety about is like the future of our planet.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty crazy, I think.
That's a big one.
I feel like that is very, very low down on the list of things I'd have anxiety about. Like, it's obviously a pressing issue, like for politics, but just like world issues and my own anxiety those are just two totally different fields.
but I'm always wary in nature documentaries. And they start talking about that crap. I'm like, I know it's like such an issue, but like I just can't even hear about that.
Yeah, I would say day to day, I'm not super anxious about that. But when I like think about it, I'm like, oh shit, like that's definitely something that we should maybe be on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if we lose rhinos for good, I'm
putting my foot down.
They will never hear the end of it from me.
Have you guys seen that? I think this is true. This guy put this sealed globe together, and it had like some kind of basically soil at the bottom or some kind of sediment at the bottom, plant, and then like these little shrimp, and it was sealed, and it
was it waterful?
It was full of water. Yeah,
that's a word, everybody.
Waterful.
It was waterful, and the whole ecosystem like just lived for like 20 years.
So
like
sick.
Yeah.
like the shrimp bred, and the plants grew, and the thing decayed, and the bacteria ate the things that died, and like
So
the
cool.
whole. It was like just this cool little metaphor for the world.
Yeah.
Very cool.
People, there was this guy who would like make terrariums where he would just go into the woods and get like wet soil and like a thing of moss, and then just like put it in there with some water, like a lot of water, and then it was just like
So boom, it'll like do its thing. Little stuff comes out
So
and dies and gets recreated.
Yeah, it's
So
really interesting. That's also like, I feel like when I was kind of getting my way here, and then we got sidetracked. But like, when you kind of relinquish the normalness of or like how accustomed you might be to how different animals look, it's pretty crazy. Like, and I think I thought about this before. Like, imagine it's like, you know how in Avatar, The Last Airbender, they have all these like
combos.
kind of almost animals.
Yeah.
But they'll be like combos or just something that is not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you just
It
think of it
basically
like
is
that,
that.
it just might as well be that. Like
Yeah.
all these things around us, like
Yeah.
they're wacky looking enough to be aliens. Like you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah,
as
you
if
just
it's
get used to them.
something
Especially-
you've
It's like
never
the
seen before.
supermarket thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially like little.
Oh well, it's a little better than that, George.
Well, you know, do they give you packaged food? I'm hungry.
Sure, they're wacky looking animals, but everybody needs food, George, and they need it prepackaged.
I think especially like little like bugs. Like bugs get me the most.
Bugs are crazy looking.
Yeah.
Like
Do you think the
Yeah.
littler they get, the more room for wackiness they have? Because
I think there's a limit it reaches, and then they get normal.
they get more and more normal?
Yeah, like little gnats and flies, but like
Because that's why they're so small. What if we zoomed in? They're
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't like. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy that
I
they
don't
just
know, I guess.
work like these little microscopic things. Like they run around and they eat things, and they
Yeah.
just like if you tried to build something like that
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that small and could cruise around and figure things out and know what to eat
It
and
would
know
be
Yeah.
a disaster.
it would be a disaster.
Which
For
is like,
some.
I heard this on a podcast that it's like it's kind of that sort of sentiment. Like it might be that just the quickest way to get like protein folding, because like it's a big thing that like simulating protein folding is this like basically
Big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It like math. It's really hard to do that. The math of that is whatever. It's really hard for humans to recreate that, but humans do it all the time.
Yeah, we don't have
and
to
animals
simulate
do
it.
it. Yeah, it's just happening, and our bodies do that like it's nothing. So they were saying like it might be just like the quickest way to get protein folding on that sort of scale that efficiently is just to have the Earth and those initial conditions and let it run its course. Like,
Whoa, that's cool.
yeah,
That is
like,
crazy.
Yeah,
That took like 4 billion years. I think that's the quickest way.
I don't know if it's the quickest way, but like,
Most for
That's
sure.
what their claim was.
It was
well,
a-
George, you're not being charitable.
I think maybe it was like it's the most for sure way that it's gonna happen.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, George, weren't you going to fire up a ChatGPT
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
thing?
I can do that.
Do
I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah.
use-
Oh wait,
I'm
we
gonna
also
use the
have
bathroom.
questions.
Oh yeah, what was Odie's question? I forgot.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got
did we actually-
bazillions.
did we
You
actually-
couldn't have forgotten because I never said it.
fire
That's my
off,
special move.
fire off the questions, and then we'll start. Yeah, we'll start these questions. I'll Ben.
Oh, number 2. Well, whatever. One of his questions was talk about ChatGPT and ask it stuff. Boom,
Oh.
we're on the same page. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what. Well,
You can tell us
yeah,
about
I'll tell you one thing while you look it up. But I've used it for work a couple of times, and like one time it was spot on. It was like I wrote some code and I was like, oh, there's probably a better way to do this, and I pasted it into ChatGPT and said, what's a better way to do this? Came back immediately with the right answer. But then I've asked it more complicated things like, can you do a function to do whatever?
Yeah.
And it comes back so quickly and confidently that you just believe the answer.
Yeah.
And then you start looking at it and you go, wait, that's wrong. And I'll even like ask it, say, hey, on this line you said this and that's not right. And it goes, oh yeah, well, you can correct it by doing this. And it gives you like a sort of a second suggestion.
Yeah.
And then I
Is
feel
that
like
often right?
what's that?
Is that second suggestion often right?
Well, like one time it wasn't. And like,
And then
so it gave me 3 wrong answers in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, hey, I asked you this question and you gave me 3 wrong answers in a row. What's up? And it kind of made some excuses. It's like, well, I don't have a compiler and I was trained on a body of text and I'm just an AI. It's like, oh my gosh. Well, don't be so confident with your answers then.
I'm just an AI. I can't do everything.
Okay.
What were you doing?
Signing up.
Oh, I think I have
Oh,
an
you have
account.
to sign up.
I'm signed up.
Oh, you already
I'm on-
signed
yeah.
up?
Okay, I'm gonna say we're 4 guys on a podcast. What should we talk about?
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Okay. On a comedy podcast.
I sort of.
No, let's give it a lot of range to start.
Yeah. I can't totally get how it knows things, which I think is
How? What,
that's a pretty big thing, right?
hasn't it just like basically read everything on the internet and learned?
I think that's the gist of it, yeah.
Oh.
But it is like like internet articles will say, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrible. Kids are going to be like cheating with it, having it write their essays and stuff. But it writes wrong stuff. So it'll just confidently spit out stuff that's just
Yeah.
incorrect. And
And OT and I tried like gaslighting it a little, where we said, "What is the main character's name from Breaking Bad?"
Uh-huh.
And it said Walter White, and then we said, "No, it's not. You said it was Walter White, but this is incorrect. What is the name actually?"
Uh-huh.
And it was like, "Oh, my bad. It's Walter Hartwell White, which is his middle name."
Uh-huh.
We should have gone farther than that.
Yeah,
One
you
more.
stopped right there.
yeah,
Well,
Why don't we
we've
try it?
got
We
enough.
should've.
Okay, here we go. I said we're 4 guys in a podcast. What should we talk about? This is kind of, it says a few options: current events, personal experiences, hobbies or interests, pop culture, or have on experts or guests.
Say be more specific.
Get more specific.
Yeah.
I need something funny now.
Be more specific.
I need something funny now.
Can you get like colloquial with it?
you
It's
can.
read everything on the internet.
Okay, yeah.
You're not formal enough for me, is what it's gonna say.
That-
Really, George?
in the current
Parodies. You can create a parody of a popular TV show, satire, satirizing current events, improv games such as scene to music or freeze can lead to unexpected or humorous situations. That's good. Pranks, playing pranks on each other or on the public can be a source of laughter.
What is playing a prank on the public?
At large. Comedy sketches. Remember, the key to making a podcast funny is to be authentic. Don't tell me the key.
Yeah, don't tell me the key.
Fucking robot.
Like you know about.
That GPT has several popular podcasts, so it knows.
Don't try too hard to be funny. Let your natural sense of humor shine through. No thanks.
Say I want to play a. I like playing a prank on the public. What does that look like? Which one? What should I do to them?
Will it remember my previous conversation?
It does.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to refer back. It just kind of
Oh,
knows.
nice. That's so sick.
I want to play a prank on the public. Give me some
Suggestions.
I don't type with both thumbs. I type with my left index finger and my right thumb.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Or no, maybe I do it the other way around, but I'm definitely mismatching. I'm going thumb.
Really?
and
Yeah, and it's definitely less efficient. I'm
It
a
is.
terrible typer.
You think so?
Yes.
How is it? Why? Why?
Because everyone who types with both thumbs is rapid with it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's important to be mindful of potential consequences of any prank you might play in the public. It's possible that someone could be offended or upset by your prank. You should be prepared to apologize if that happens. Lost and found. Set up a lost and found table in a public place. Put out a variety of unusual items, or like a single glove or a toy dinosaur. Then sit back and watch to see if anyone takes the bait and tries to claim one of those items. That'd be awesome.
That
Mystery voice. We're not done. Set up a microphone in public and use a voice changer to make your voice sound mysterious and otherworldly. Then make announcements over the microphone pretending to be an otherworldly being or a voice from the future.
Oh.
The swap. Swap the contents of two
In quotations
packages.
for those on Spotify.
Yeah, I did air quotes. Swap the contents of two packages in a public place, such as a grocery store. For example, you could put a bag of potatoes in a bag of chips, and a bag of chips in a bag of potatoes. And that's it.
I don't think ChatGPT has thought that one through very well.
Put a bag of chips in a bag of potato.
That's not exactly a swap.
Yeah, those are both kind of, they could be both potato-based items. Also, what's the prank there? Someone unwittingly takes home
A bag of potatoes containing a bag of chips too.
And you don't see it at all? You don't see the
Okay,
prank?
and then-
I'd be kind of stoked. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, free chips.
free chips.
the disappearing act. Set up a table with a tablecloth in public place, then disappear underneath the tablecloth while someone is watching.
Wait, what disappears?
You put a tablecloth in a table, and then I think just duck under the table as they're looking at you.
While someone's watching.
This sounds like a 6-year-old is like. having
Yeah,
up with
that's
these
not
pranks.
a prank.
Not even close.
Like, hey, what are you doing under there?
What if you said like, give me a bit that John Mulaney hasn't done but would do?
Oh, that's a good one.
Give me an original John Mulaney
type.
style comedy.
Give
bit.
me. Okay, I'll bite.
I saw a TikTok of John Mulaney's sister doing comedy, stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And it was
Funny.
like lower budge than John Mulaney because
Because
Yeah.
No
he's
one's
John
John
Mulaney.
he's so famous.
Yeah.
But it was totally like, it was like John Mulaney's sister. I was like, oh yeah, this is like something John Mulaney would say. Like they were. Totally,
I thought you guys were going to have him on the podcast. Weren't you going to like.
Him and Devin
You
White.
were.
Him and Devin White.
Him and Dev.
Uh,
Okay, he's really. Oh wow, he's doing it.
Read it in. Wait, can I read it in the John Mulaney voice?
Yeah, I would be terrible at that. So
Yeah,
it's best you do
I don't
it.
know if I'm gonna be good at it. Oh my god, it's totally. It's in the process of spitting it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's pretty long.
I kind of wondered if that spitting it out, which if you've ever done it, you've seen it. Like, is that just an effect? Like it could just spit it out all, like it knows the answer and it's
Yeah, I
just
can't
kind of
imagine it.
Yeah.
Maybe
like-
it's easier on the. Would ever be just easier on the computer to give it a little bit of time?
Like,
So
maybe.
it's just interesting in the subtle ways it slips up. Okay, here's a potential comedy bit in the style of John Mulaney. You know what I hate?
Okay, you can't do that.
Going to the doctor.
I like it. I think
Okay,
it's good.
okay.
It's
Go with
just
it.
such a drag. They always make you wait forever. And then when you finally see the doctor, they're like, okay, so what brings you in today?
That was pretty good.
And you're like, well, I have a sore throat and a headache. And they're like, sounds like you have a cold. No, it actually says expletive, Sherlock. It's censoring itself. No expletive, Sherlock. I didn't come here. Okay, and then it says this. I didn't come here to get a medal for figuring out I have a cold. Like, it
That's-
seems like
yeah.
like you don't get a medal.
You didn't figure out it. Oh,
Jeez, and I flicked the other guy too. So, okay, no
okay,
problem.
we're good.
We're good?
Okay.
And if you had said that was Seinfeld, I would have believed that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. I didn't come here to get a medal. I came here to see if you could give me something for it. But no, they have to run all these tests and all these questions. Well, seems like if you want something
You
meaningful
know what? I
from
hate
the
the
doctor.
doctor because they want to find out what's wrong with me.
Yeah. And he also is just getting mad at it for being too general about what kind of things they're diagnosing you with. Okay. Do you have any allergies? No, I'm allergic to going to the doctor. That's like a. It's almost like it's like
a
a
6-year-old again.
Yeah. Do you have a family history of heart disease? No, my family has a history of avoiding the doctor at all costs.
What?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah, I mean,
It's almost like it's just a bad stand-up comic. or
yeah, I mean, we
something.
give it 2 seconds to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder what it is good at. Because
Well, I'd be way more surprised if he wrote like a golden.
If it, yeah, I mean, if it
John
was
Mulaney.
legitimately funny, that would. I mean, it's kind of bound to just not be that good.
Yeah. Yeah. Which maybe means we're all right on the whole like.
we're okay for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Till
think
version
it's-
2.
Yeah. So what do you?
How do you
What-
improve?
Yeah. What? Okay. Give me like the future timeline for AI from this jumping off point. Where do we go from here?
I think it would probably evolve pretty quickly because, well, let me think. It's been around in some form or other for at least 25 years. But I think a lot of the, like the image recognition and stuff like that, like text processing, I feel like it's going to kind of exponentially build on itself. And it also feels like you could have a family of AIs where, like, if you ask it something that it's not really specialized at, it'll hand it off to another one. So it's sort of like building a brain where like
Different
each little
sections.
silo is good at its own thing. Like one could do math, one can do computer science, one could do English, well, medicine, comedy, whatever. So I think it's going to be pretty crazy by the time you guys have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it like weird for like schools, like don't like because I know, like some like professors are worried that kids are just having AI write their essays and like
Yeah. And this is like version 1.
yeah, so it
Basically.
could just like really hurt that maybe if it's like
Yeah. I mean, you can do in class written essays.
yeah,
Yeah.
killing trees though.
Ooh. I'm gonna ask it for like a rap lyric. Like, give me some clever wordplay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
an
good.
Eminem rap lyric.
Give me a. I was gonna say Jay-Z.
Eminem is more.
Eminem is like
I
wanted to
say Jay-Z.
Okay.
Go.
Give me a rap lyric rife with wordplay. Wordplay in the style of Eminem.
Yeah, use your right index finger.
I don't even know how I type. No, I have to remind myself.
I just do thumbs.
I
It's
think
just
thumbs is definitely the way to go, but
Some people do like the swipe.
I do the swipe sometimes.
Oh, where you just kind of draw your
Yeah.
thumb over the screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a neato way to do
Oh, I do. I do right thumb, left index. Is that what you guys do?
I do right thumb, left index. Ashton does left thumb, right index.
Oh, that's weird.
That's different. I hate it. Okay.
It's not what I'm into.
Potential rap lyric with wordplay in the style of Eminem. I'm the king of the mic, no debate. I spit rhymes that are sharp as a razor blade. I leave MCs in the dust. It's a massacre. I shatter your dreams like a broken mirror.
I feel like when Eminem like makes it like different syllables, like words, different syllables.
Leave
that could
MCs
work.
in the dust. It's a massacre. I shatter your dreams like a mirror. Broken mirror.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was like.
I'm a lyrical mastermind. I'll blow your mind. I made a judgment call that Eminem impression would be more tiring over time than the John Mulaney impression.
Yeah.
On you or everyone else?
Everybody.
Oh,
Me.
okay.
Yeah.
Me.
All of the above.
I'm a lyrical mastermind. I'll blow your mind.
Mm.
I leave whack rappers behind. I'm one of a kind. I don't need no auto-tune. My flow is raw. I'm the real deal. I'm the cream of the crop. No straw. Is there a reason you'd have a straw?
For the, to drink up the cream of the crop. What
Or
is
is it like?
I don't like
no,
the-
no. But is it like a straw, like crop?
Okay. Yeah. Nah.
That could be handy if you needed like just filler lyrics while you were coming up with the real ones.
How about
Mhm.
how about write me a triple entendre?
Try it.
Oh,
Write me a
Have you seen those like videos of like breaking down rap bars that are
Mhm.
like triple entendres and
Yeah.
stuff?
yeah.
it's like
Love those.
yeah, that's a good. And like, there was one. I forget who said it, but it was like, it would take 40 men for me to suffer 80 feet.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
I think it might have been
I
Eminem.
might find it was Eminem. 80
was-
feet
Yeah,
and
that's good.
a defeat.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Is that
so
triple or
That's it. I don't know.
it
Yeah,
gives
okay.
me.
It's enough.
It
Yeah.
gives me the whole background context for the triple entendre.
Will we
Just
get it
say
without?
Say the triple
the
entendre
story.
and let's find.
Yeah, and well, I'm gonna say what it gives me, which is it
Don't
gave
gi-
me.
Don't give us the background
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Well, it. I
Just
I
say
feel
it.
like you need it. Maybe I feel like it's
Just say it
giving a
first.
setup for how it's not a single line. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, go. Well, then just
Okay. And see if you can decipher the entendres.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I was feeling a little bit hungry, so I decided to visit the local diner. The waitress asked me what I wanted, and I said, I'll have the Big Dipper. She gave me a strange look and said, I'm sorry, we don't have a dish called the Big Dipper. I chuckled and replied, that's okay, I'll just have a burger and fries instead. She still looked confused, so I explained, the Big Dipper, it's a constellation, but a burger and fries will suffice.
Do you know where the entendres
It's
lie?
telling me what it is, but I don't know if I believe it.
The Big Dipper. You know the Big Dipper. It's a constellation, but a burger.
I don't think you guys are going to
No,
Yeah,
I
I don't think
Okay,
I
in this triple entendre, the phrase Big Dipper can be interpreted as one, a dish on a menu. Well, it only is because you're saying that this guy
ordered a
it.
Big Dipper. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would never think that if he wasn't explicitly in a restaurant saying this.
Like, if
is
that's
dish
in a
on
song, it's like, because the Big Dipper, you can order. That's a
Yeah,
classic
even-
menu item.
Even the waitress was confused.
Yeah.
Was confused.
Everybody in this hypothetical, except for the guy who made it up, did not know what was going on, but we're expected to It's the Big Dipper can be interpreted as one, a dish on a menu, two, a constellation, and three, a slang term for a woman's breasts. I mean, like,
what world? I feel like that's like
that was the war.
mid Atlantic. Is that what that accent's called? The Mid Atlantic accent. The
the Big Dipper.
like the Newfoundland.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, yeah, that one.
The
Like the 50s, classic 50s
yes,
guy
I think-
martini
I
accent.
think it is called the Mid Atlantic.
Yeah. Like
I feel like the
Film noir.
film noir mid Atlantic guy might call a woman's breast Big
But
Dipper.
also, it's he didn't tie in a
The-
woman's breast
yeah,
in
it was-
any way. So it's like
just-
saying
they're all just made up.
it's like saying just the word run and
Yeah.
saying it's a quintuple entendre because run has all these definitions.
yeah, it could
It's
be a
like-
menu item. Could be a woman's breast.
Give it a double entendre and see if
It could be
makes-
if you had
Yeah,
something
try
that you
a
needed.
double.
If you
Yeah.
had some tool that you used to dip things and it was really big, it could be that too.
All right. It obviously failed at the triple.
Yeah.
Dumb
and
it
then
down.
try
Right.
single entendre.
Write me a double entendre. Okay, come on. All right, here's a potential double entendre. I was at the beach yesterday and I saw a really cute lifeguard. I went up to her and said, "Hey, do you have a map? Because I just keep getting lost in your eyes." She laughed and said, "Sorry, I don't have a map, but I'd be happy to help you find your way." I winked and replied, "Oh, I'm not lost. I'm just trying to find a way to get your number." In this double entendre, the phrase "find your way" can be interpreted as one, needing help navigating, and two, trying to initiate a romantic or flirtatious interaction.
I guess.
I feel like that's just weak.
It's just,
yeah, I
so-
mean, whatever. Sorry,
Yeah.
ChatGPT. Okay.
Yeah,
We got
not-
to T's other questions.
You're
yeah,
done.
yeah. That was good though.
Yeah.
Good run with ChatGPT. I am a little bit sort of apprehensive about the future of AI, but should I be more excited than I am?
It'll probably be really cool for some things. Like,
Mhm.
But like,
I think
yeah.
they use it for like medical imaging. Like it's better at spotting cancer than radiologists, that sort of thing. So I think
That's
they'll
really good.
they'll be kind of
I guess
behind
that
the scenes
may be
thing.
sort of resistant to change. I don't know.
no, but it is scarier than other change. I mean, like we found a cure for cancer. It's pretty straightforwardly good, but like we got this thing that could do all these good things, but also might harm us in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen like AI painting pictures of stuff?
I've seen like the AI generated like paintings or images or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Are you saying there's like a
No.
process that you can watch?
No, like you can paint with AI. So like if you're trying to draw like an outdoor scene,
Mhm.
then you can like draw green and it makes grass, and then you draw like blue and it makes like a river going through it, and it makes it all
Interesting.
like
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
I've never seen that. That's
Here, I'll
interesting.
Yeah.
try and look it up.
Okay.
Oliver asked, "What would happen to the world economy if suddenly nobody had to sleep ever?"
Ah.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
what's the first to go? What's the first thing to go? Beds, pillows.
Mm.
See you later.
Would you?
Well, not maybe pillows, but bed.
Would you still
industries.
be inclined to get cozy?
Mm-hmm.
You maybe want to get cozy at times, but
Maybe,
you wouldn't. You're not.
I don't know if it calls for
Beds,
a whole
pillows.
entire bed.
Yeah, sofas do the trick.
Yeah.
What if you want to get prone?
You have a perfectly good floor for that, George.
Okay, wait,
I mean,
wait, look at this.
If I don't, so much of the value of a bed is that I sleep in it.
Ben's painting with AI.
Yeah. Sorry to our.
Sorry to everybody.
Or to everyone.
You can
Yeah.
It seems like cheating.
deal with it. It's definitely cheating.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it just turned it into a whole. Wow, guys, this is so visually interesting.
Guys, you gotta see this.
We'll put a link
We'll
in the chat.
put it in the comments.
Exactly.
All right, that's very cool.
Yeah.
He, like, I think he draws something.
Ben, maybe hold it up to the camera for a little. I mean, we're really,
I don't know. They'll be fine, or will they?
I mean, this
He
is
does
a
draw a river.
podcast, and we are just totally going off on our own.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
wanted to show you how cool
Like,
this was.
they'll be
I like
fine,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
but
All right, we're back. Fret not. And if you even did fret a little, I'm kind of disappointed. Okay, yeah. Beds, pillows are the first to go. Does the amount we work in a day change?
I'm gonna say no.
Our-
like maybe,
Our
but
energy consumption would go up because
Wait,
you're awake.
Greatly.
Was it no tired?
No
Yeah,
sleeping. No sleepies.
yeah, our energy consumption would increase almost double.
Significantly. Because we'd be
Seems like-
having, I mean, the time where we'd need the most energy is night because
Was
we'd
it-
need lights 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, more than double.
Yeah, it would go up well over double.
Yeah, because it's less than double the time that
It's-
you'd be needing energy, but it's more intensive.
It could be more than double the time if it's winter. Nights are longer than days.
Plus, you're gonna need the heating because
Yeah,
you're not
but
gonna
I'm
have
sort
those
of saying you're
blankies.
sleeping for like 8 hours a day, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I
You're
get, what
awake
you're
for
saying.
16.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What were you saying, Dad?
Well, your heating bill would go up because no blankets because you're not under
Wow.
them.
Well, you could
Right.
still have blankets,
Yeah.
but maybe are we out and about during the nighttime? Do you know what's sort of
Hmm.
well, this is off topic, but I don't even know if it's true. But did we develop sleeping just to kind of skip nighttime because it was dangerous for us to be up bumbling about with our bad night vision?
Yes.
But then
Wait,
we
no.
also need
Wait.
sleep to like recover. And
Yeah.
That was
Was that secondary?
we kind of
That was secondary?
Wow. But
Wait,
then
Wait,
what
do
about
you know that for sure?
Yes.
What about-
we learned about this in my evolutionary biology.
what about
class.
things that sleep during the day? They've got better night vision, so it's essentially the same.
Yeah,
thing,
they're
but
just more equipped for the night, probably.
Is there anything that has pretty good vision in both and doesn't sleep? No.
There are organisms far in caves or in like really deep in the ocean where the day-night cycle doesn't really affect them and they don't sleep.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
They don't sleep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
they have
kinda like
just
how-
other ways of recuperating,
Oh.
but they're
On a-
conscious.
On like
all
a
the time.
major scale and not having to do with vision, that's kind of how like I think it's black bears specifically hibernate. They basically just sleep for the whole winter. So it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
instead
they don't
of
have to
having to
deal with
skip
winter.
nighttime, they just literally skip a quarter of the year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you want to hear a fact that Carrick told me?
I would love to.
Wait. Quick question: do bears sleep besides their hibernation?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
go.
I'm not totally
He
sure.
told
but I
me
would
that
imagine.
there's no evolutionary reason for yawning at all.
Oh well, I mean, I think we don't know it, but there probably
Or like he
is.
read it in an article about it.
Yeah, I think we don't know about yawning that much, but I'm sure there's a reason.
One thing I heard was it was a social cue to the rest of the group that it's kind of time
But
for
it's
everybody.
tie-tie's time.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be why it's so addictive.
Right.
So addictive or contagious?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the other thing I heard about
That's what I mean.
old people versus younger people and different bedtimes, like kids stay up late and older people go to bed early, was to stagger the sleeping so that not everybody's asleep all at
I
once.
think
That's
there's
interesting.
a
I think
better
that's
coverage.
also why some people are night owls and some people are morning birds or
Oh.
whatever. I don't know why everyone's a bird all of a sudden.
yeah.
Some people are night owls, some people are morning eagles. And I'm a midday tiger. I switched that one up.
You did.
I want to be a tiger.
Don't sharks sleep like half their brain at a time? Like they
They
or
continue
some
to
fish.
swim while they sleep.
Totally
Yeah.
possible. Oh, and some like whales, don't they sleep like straight up?
Yes.
Oh,
What? They do?
Yeah.
They sleep
Sitting ducks.
They're like the
Are
they're
they?
like
They're
the
not sitting ducks
spaceships
'cause
in
they're-
Arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I've seen
actually
pictures
are.
of them.
Yeah.
They look like the spaceships in Arrival.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
George
why
is-
aren't they
George is
sitting
like,
ducks?
Oh, Arrival. You Pellies love Arrival.
You love your
we do, George.
So what? How are they not sitting ducks in that scenario?
Who's
They're
gonna
so
hunt
damn
a
big.
whale? Who's gonna hunt a whale?
Yeah,
no
who-
one
Bears.
ever.
Whale hunter.
Bears, what if they could? Just give them a shot. See. Just see.
Have you guys seen
He'll eat your
You're
words.
underestimating.
Put a
bears.
grizzly bear in the middle of an ocean. He'll find a way to master it.
Have you guys seen The Other Guys? The movie with Marky Mark and Will Ferrell?
Yes. They're
Marky Mark
cops.
Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah. It's like tuna.
Yeah.
The tuna and lion
Yeah.
scene. That's so funny. You could probably pull that up. I
yeah.
don't know if we want.
I said something like this.
Wait, Ashton, can you pull that up? Because I think it would just, there's no visual anything. It's
Yeah, it's
just
just
all.
Okay.
a hilarious scene.
What's it? What?
It's
What's that
look
look up?
up,
Look up like tuna and lions.
and then The Other Guys.
The other guys.
Tuna and lion.
Okay, so does that answer your question about what would happen if there was no sleep? The bears would finally get those damn whales. They'd have enough time to go out and get a whale or two.
Well, no, because their only opportunity would be when the whales are sleeping. So
Oh fuck! They'd do it anyway.
we need to keep people sleeping.
That doesn't.
That
I'm
can never
done
happen.
with this hypothetical.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
What is that? Periodic crackling.
It's Ashton.
Yeah,
being,
it's
being
me.
asked.
Sorry. Okay, the other guys.
You
We're gonna.
add.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not gonna give VR.
I need to know what's up with 0-calorie sodas. Are they good for you, bad for you? That's what he asked. Oliver.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
that was zero sugar sodas. Like, what else?
Okay.
What's in there?
Well,
Why's it
Dad,
so
you've
sweet?
been a notable anti-aspartame figure in my
Yeah,
life.
and he says and he actually followed that up with part 2. Aspartame, stevia doesn't matter. Now, stevia sounds sort of like an artificial sweetener, but I think it's just
No, it's
literally
just a plant.
Yeah, I know.
I remember we had some.
It's just a plant. Why isn't it legal?
There's stevia in the 6th grade garden. You remember that?
No, I don't know anything about Peabody.
Yeah, George. Literally, I have so
didn't go
many
there?
memories. of just-
I went there, but I might as well not have. I forget it.
And
I
Ashton,
forget it
and
pretty much
Ashton
across
might
the
as
board.
well still be going.
Were you
Yeah.
smoking the stevia? Is that what
Yeah,
erased
it's
your
just
memories?
a plant. No, I don't know. Like I would say memories from elementary school, but like comparatively, I basically don't. Like Ashton
Yeah.
remembers everything and Localina.
You don't
you're-
remember Localina?
I remember Localina, but not compared to Ashton.
I remember sitting with you guys.
I remember that obviously, but like I don't know what's a reasonable. I feel like we're probably on pretty opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of remembering.
Maybe,
our younger
but although
days.
it's like I'm always the one bringing them up. If you said a memory anytime you got, or maybe they just don't happen.
they just don't have them because I don't have them.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like if I'm the one who always brings them up, like it's like the chances of you're gonna remember
Also
something.
remembering them. Yeah, but I
something
don't.
crazy.
I don't think.
It's so. Oh, that's one of the best feelings.
Yeah.
Is when you bring up a random memory and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, I totally remember." that."
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's cool
Did
when
one
you.
of you did one of you guys
Loving that.
George,
fall
you
in
can't-
mud? Did one of you at Localina?
Got
This
pushed
guy.
in a puddle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's
I
terrible.
think it's cool when somebody brings up a memory that you could not have conjured by yourself in a
Yes.
million years, but when they say it, you're like, oh
Yes.
my gosh, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty satisfying.
That's a great feeling. Okay, are we going tuna versus lion?
Tuna versus lion.
Okay.
Classic scene. guys. Have you seen this? I don't know.
Okay,
This
so
is
it's
Will Ferrell at the desk. In comes Marky Mark.
You know what I just did?
This Marky Mark.
I just walked out that door, saw a couple detectives, and I was about to start bad-mouthing you behind your back, but I stopped myself.
They're both
because my
cops.
Pops taught me that a man who talks behind somebody's back is a coward.
Wow, I actually appreciate that.
Good, because I'm going to tell you directly to your face.
You don't have to.
No, I don't like you. I think you're a fake cop. The sound of your piss hitting the urinal, it sounds feminine. If we were in the wild, I would attack you. Even if you weren't in my food chain, I would go out of my way to attack you. If I were a lion and you were a tuna, I would swim out in the middle of the ocean and freaking eat you. And then I'd bang your tuna girlfriend.
Okay, first off, a lion swimming in the ocean? Lions don't like water. If you'd placed it near a river or some sort of fresh water source, that makes sense. But you find yourself in the ocean, 20-foot waves, I'm assuming it's off the coast of South Africa, coming up against a full-grown 800-pound tuna with his 20 or 30 friends. You lose that battle. You lose that battle 9 times out of 10. Guess what? You've wandered into our school of tuna, and we now have a taste of lion. We've talked to ourselves. We've communicated and said, you know what? Lion tastes good. Let's go get some more lion. We've developed a system to establish a beachhead and aggressively hunt you and your family. And we will corner your pride, your children, your offspring.
How you gonna do that?
We will construct a series of breathing apparatus with kelp. We'll be able to trap certain amounts of oxygen. It's not going to be days at a time, but an hour, Hour 45? No problem. That will give us enough time to figure out where you live, go back to the sea, get more oxygen, and then stalk you. You just lost your own game. You're outgunned and outmanned. Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
That's great. And he pours coffee on him.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
so funny.
That's pretty funny.
Also, literally the like kind of switch out lion for grizzly bear and tuna for whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
According to Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell is the funniest person ever.
I think he's really funny.
I mean, that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Hard to argue with that. I saw a video of it was Jim Carrey doing stand up in the 90s, and it was just doing like impersonations of celebrities, which all of them I pretty much didn't know what their faces looked like, but he would just do the impersonation by like making his face look like them because he's got like the crazy face movement down.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And,
Jim Carrey is just like,
It was really funny. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about aspartame. Okay, this is like I'm gonna before I even hear about aspartame, I'm gonna put it in the sharp cheese category, or it sort of is like big in Pelly family lore and doesn't factor into my life at all.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that, George.
I feel like it's just. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like it's not good for you. Like it's a carcinogen.
Where did
maybe?
where did that belief come from for you?
It's just been
It's just a gut
handed
thing.
down through the generations.
It's extremely.
Plus, it doesn't.
present.
It's not even sweet. It's just gross. Like
Yeah, I kind of agree with you
Yeah.
there, but
Wait, what is
it's
what
just,
is it?
it's an artificial sweetener.
Yeah, it's
not
like
sugar, but
sweet
it's-
and low or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is it's neither sweet nor. Oh, I guess
Is
it's
it
low.
is it like a plant also, or is it we made it?
We made it.
Oh, okay.
We cobbled it together from uranium and
Yeah.
one other
Yeah.
dangerous metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. At work, when I give people their chai and it comes with sweeteners, or like you're supposed to put the sweetener on the tray.
Yeah.
And
You
I
feel like
always feel like I hope they refuse the sweetener. If I like the guy, I hope he's like, no sugar for me, because that would just
It's part of your Hippocratic oath as a waiter not to do any harm to your patrons.
yeah. We once discussed on the podcast that George was anti putting sugar in coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I think.
I'm ready to fire back. I'm actually ready to fire back.
No, I think put your sugar in your coffee all you want, but it's almost
But don't drag me into it.
don't shove it down my throat. No, don't. It's almost not. It's almost not a coffee drink. It's just a milkshake or something at that point. Like these blended sugary coffee drinks.
Oh, the blended one. Yeah, 100%.
What if it's just coffee and you dump sugar in? So you
Milk-
dump. You,
that's
you don't add sugar. You dump sugar.
Yeah. It's a milkshake then.
What? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
I'm fine with that coffee take about like the other stuff though.
I'm fine
Yeah.
with the milkshake with the blended one, but just
Mhm.
putting sugar in regular coffee.
I honestly
I don't
like
know.
anyone can do that too, but
Yeah,
it's just not for me. Like,
It's not for me. I've kind of actually.
do you?
I've
Is that your classic coffee move? Do you put sugar in there?
No, I don't. I never do. It kind of upsets my stomach or something. Like
Coffee or sugar?
I've got sugar in coffee. Like I've gotten so attuned to it not having sugar that it really throws me off when there's sugar in there.
Wait, what?
So
do you,
not
how do you-
adaptable. is it?
How do,
Well, there's rarely sugar in
how
there,
do you?
so I don't need
What
it.
do you put in your coffee? Like, what's your order?
Half and half.
Just coffee.
Well, like if I order, I'll get a latte.
oh, nice.
But if I'm making my own coffee, I'll just put some half and half.
I'll do caramel over sugar, like basically any.
I hate caramel. Don't hate caramel. I don't like caramel. Though.
Okay, it's such a thing in the Tracewell family lore that it's caramel, not caramel.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that is such a thing George would not care
Yeah.
about and hate that people brought up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm riddled with irregularities.
Yeah.
Is it? It's spelled with it, 2 A's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Oh,
spelled
it is.
caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
not
fully
It's kind of like
spelled.
crayon versus crayon. But
Who
I don't
says,
like
Who says crayon?
people say crayon.
That's what it is, isn't it?
I say crayon.
I say crayon.
Okay,
Crayon is so lazy and like
I'm definitely gonna say crayon. Crayon is. It's just
that's
so.
what I say.
I say-
I'm not gonna defend that one. though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even attack it either. It's just that I haven't been like inducted into this whole crayon tradition.
Isn't that the Muslim holy book? The
Crayon.
You'd be butchering it if you pronounce it crayon.
I guess we're butchering crayon, so we might as well.
Yeah,
Well, probably slightly worse to
yeah.
butcher the pronunciation of the Muslim holy book.
Yeah.
Little coloring devices.
I just haven't been initiated into this whole, it hasn't been drummed on mother's knee or whatever that expression is. Drummed into me on mother's knee that it's crayon, not crayon.
Yeah.
So it's such a departure from what I would normally do.
Whatever. I'm going to say crayon, but we can move on. Why are crayons the utensil of choice for babies? What?
Utensil, like for eating food.
Writing utensil.
Oh,
Or
Well,
coloring.
babies,
for like
coloring
scooping up
utensil.
eggs.
Babies, I don't see writing much.
Okay, coloring utensil for young kids. I feel like you used to crayons when you were a young kid, and then
think-
you're out.
I think because
completely.
they're safe, like they're not sharp, maybe,
Okay.
Bingo.
and they're not toxic, so you could
Yeah, you
conceivably
eat
chew
'em.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
This was
two
also-
good, two good reasons.
This it might be some kind of genetic thing that the Tracewells are picky with their pronunciations, because I remember in early George days, you said it's a foul ball, not a foul ball. Where's the W? And you were really like,
Yeah, maybe it is a part of our culture.
yeah.
I guess.
Which I won't unpack that. I mean, where's the W? And then you're saying crayon, not crayon. Where's the lack of aeon in crayon? Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You're lucky I won't unpack that.
You gotta just.
Have you noticed people on NPR say where, like they almost make an F
Like
sound?
Stewie.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
like
it's like Stewie. Yeah. Well, now once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Cool
Whip.
Yeah.
Jinx.
People at NPR do all kinds of crazy stuff.
People on NPR.
That's not the real voices, by the way. Like the when they talk. Like,
Are you sure? Who's that one guy with the crazy voice?
Lance Orozco?
Yeah.
Lance Orozco. KCO.
or like you seen like the criminal podcast or Serial.
Oh, okay. I haven't ever. Oh, I've listened to it a little bit. But
Like her voice is so classic.
OT would, if
NPR.
OT was here. See, this is like they
my
bring in
God.
they bring in the backup point guard, and PG1's got a very specific set of skills that he
Like
brings to
Steph
the
Curry.
table.
It's like Steph
Yeah.
Curry.
I mean, if OT was here, he'd be able to commiserate with you on what the Serial girl sounds
Yeah.
like, and I just can't. I can't bring that to the table. It's not.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, Oliver asks, best movie that's not a part of any series and has no sequels or prequels.
Great question.
Obviously,
What
a
if-
rival,
what if-
George.
What if there was a movie he didn't
And Tracewell's
specify?
at large.
What if he didn't specify that it couldn't have prequels, and I chose a movie that had a prequel and really hammered home? It's not technically a sequel, guys, and it's just a prequel. So whatever.
I wouldn't
Best
like it.
standalone movie, basically.
Yeah, best standalone movie.
A prequel is like
It's still a sequel, but it's
no. I was gonna say it's a movie made after but set before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Because I feel like, and that we discussed in a podcast before that someone thought prequel was just the movie before.
Oh yeah, I forget who that was.
But I feel
Imagine it was me. I forget who would be that stupid.
Oh,
Whatever.
You mean it's
Like-
the first of the pair? of-
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
sequel?
That was
I
the
don't think so.
misunderstanding.
But
that's wrong.
That's not right.
like
there-
the well, I guess you normally wouldn't say the first one is the prequel to the sequel, like because you
I think it
just say
was
No,
it
it's
you,
a
Ashton?
sequel.
Yeah.
I thought no, my hang up was that I thought there was something called a pre-sequel, and it was all comes from Star Wars and the fact that there's one that's made before, set after, and the fact that there's one made after, set before. You know?
Made before.
Yeah. That's prequel.
Oh well, I guess that
Maybe
is
that-
kind of a
they're
result
just-
of.
they're
But
the
it's
same.
also, but it's not because it's set forward in the story. It's episode 4. It starts episode 4.
Yeah, it's like a prequel, whatever. Okay, we're getting caught up in the weeds here. One movie I often cite as my favorite movie is Bottle Rocket, which I want to watch
I've
again.
never-
yeah.
It's a
I've
Wes
never even heard you
Anderson,
I thought
say
you were
that.
gonna say, which I want to watch.
which I gotta get around to seeing. No, it's a
No,
Wes
no.
Anderson movie, who's probably my favorite director.
Owen Wilson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Luke Wilson,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
another guy. See, I don't
Wow.
even know it that well. That's the problem with me saying it's my favorite movie.
Oh,
But I don't know
Wilson,
any
Luke
movie
Wilson.
that well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring back an OG and say Good Will Hunting.
Oh, I
a
was
good
gonna
one.
say
He says that too.
It's
Uh,
I'm not big into movies, I guess. so-
Princess Bride is a.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
love. I
no-brainer.
guess I should probably say like I know the Princess Bride like front to back.
You gave me that book to read a long time ago, and I classically did not read the whole thing. I made I made some good attempts. Some valiant attempts.
Inroads.
Yeah.
No outroads, though.
Yeah.
Just couldn't find a way through. Met with unstoppable force, you reading Immovable Object, the book. You know?
Wait, the book of what? Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like the movie?
It is. It's cool. It's like it kind of starts with the boy who's sick and the grandpa comes in to read him The Princess Bride, and
Yeah.
it goes into the story and back out and in. It's fun.
See,
I do.
Boy
love
who's
that movie.
sick didn't even ring any bells for me there.
The little sick boy, grandpa comes in, reads in the story he reads is the story of the princess.
It all makes sense. It's all coherent,
yeah.
but
No, you
still
just don't
not
know.
ringing
That's
bells.
fine.
No.
Yeah.
But bottle, yeah. I like Wes Anderson, and that's a good Wes Anderson movie, so it's kind of a safe pick.
nice.
And we could watch it because if you guys haven't seen it, you should see it. And also, I want to see it again.
Okay. We might get around to
Just
it.
put it on right now. Just
Yeah.
extend the podcast by 2 hours.
I mean, that's sort of a tried and true thing. We're going out on a limb with this new piece of media. People love Bottle Rocket. We could just do Bottle Rocket.
Yeah. Why create our own content when Bottle Rocket already exists?
Yeah.
Every podcast from here on out is just Bottle Rocket.
Okay. George? No, I was
Next
going to say next
question.
question.
Next question. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Ben Weber. I hate that guy. Ashton, who is the drippiest white boy in the NBA?
Dante DiVincenzo. Next question.
We were watching the Warrior game last night,
Yeah.
and Ashton came out and said Dante DiVincenzo, who's a player for the Warriors, a white guy,
And
said,
white. Hailing from northern Italy, according to Diane.
presumably.
He's doing it for Tuscany.
He's doing it all for Tuscany, baby. Ashton said he's the drippiest white boy in the NBA. And then we kind of talked about it more and probably decided that Tyler Hero's the drippiest white boy in the NBA, in all honesty.
On the court, though, I might take my boy Dante. And I can't make a concrete argument, but it's just my opinion.
Hey, he's just a
Okay.
Dubs fan. You're a little Dubs lover.
No, but I think there's something to that. He looks cool when he's playing basketball.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
he is
Yeah,
a white boy.
yeah, we can't-
White boy.
yeah,
White
not-
boy.
I mean,
tried
what am I
and
going to
true.
say? No, he looks not cool.
Yeah,
Breakdancing, George.
And then,
I said breakdancing.
oh, yeah.
we can do breakdancing
Well,
again.
Let's rehash breakdance. I'm bored. Let's rehash breakdance. Clara Tracewell, ugliest color combo.
Oh, well, when I was a kid at school in England, we had, it was a little bit like Hogwarts. There was nothing magical about it, but we did have houses like they had in,
Really?
Which is
Yeah,
which
in
is
Harry Potter.
slightly
How-
magical in the not like fantasy magical way, but it's so
Yep.
cool that it's magical. Yeah.
Yes.
How would they choose who would go to what
A
house?
sorting hat.
they had the sorting hat thing. I
a
didn't
magic
even
sorting
understand
hat.
it at the time. I don't know how they did it, but we had house colors, and ours, we had,
Did you have house pride?
no, we didn't. But we had, we would wear blazer and tie,
Oh,
and the
nice.
tie had the house colors, and I think the patch on the bracket of the blazer had the colors. And ours was like this sick, like purple and green, like alternating stripes.
Mhm.
And like you only
Sick
had
as in bad or sick as in good?
sick as in just not good.
Oh.
Like sick as in it made you feel sick.
Mhm.
And we had
Yeah.
one tie, and we had it for however many years. And I don't think it ever got washed, so it was just kind of this grimy
Purple.
melange
green.
of green and purple. It was really
Mm.
bad
Yeah,
color
I'm
combo.
gonna go with any combination of colors can be good, provided you get the shades right. But there's
Yeah.
certain shades that I don't think look good together, and I'm gonna put typical Christmas colors. I don't think they look good together.
red and green.
Kind of
Oh.
like red and green could definitely be pulled off in
Yeah.
a way that would look cool, like some maroon and like forest green or whatever. But
Yeah, like that classic normal red, normal green. Not a great.
yeah, like
Speaking
I
of
don't
red and green,
think-
do redheaded people tend to wear green at a higher frequency than the general population, or is it just me?
George.
I
I don't,
don't
know.
have that much green, although I'm always kind of looking to add more green to my wardrobe.
I knew
So
it.
am I.
I knew it.
Yep.
But so is he.
Well, yeah, so am I.
Green's just nice.
I have a lot of navy blue stuff, like way.
Yeah, a little bit ago, I was having a crisis of over navy blue
Yeah,
clothes. I was
yeah.
like dressed in navy blue head to toe one day. I was like, ugh.
I
doing
I
here?
think I got burned out on navy blue at a pretty young age.
In the
I-
Navy,
I-
did that happen?
Yeah.
I committed to
Yeah,
it.
when
I
Ashton
mean,
was
the
on the tall
ocean, oceans all around, and all those colors are navy blue.
My dad used to, whenever he'd like do a little something, he'd say, "This is a little trick I picked up in the Navy when I was little," and I kind of just like took it for granted that he was in the Navy for a little bit
When he was
Dad?
little.
when he was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, he'd say, "Oh, this is a little trick I learned in the Navy," and then
When
like
I
tie
was
my
little.
shoe in some different way or something. I don't know.
Um.
He would also. Have I said this on the podcast?
Wait. Was your dad wasn't in the navy?
No, he was never
Oh,
in the Navy.
okay,
He would just say that.
Okay. Yeah.
I just got banned.
Yeah.
Well, you said I heard like I took it for granted that he was in the Navy.
I
you
never
heard correctly.
appreciated. I never
Yeah, like,
appreciated
that's
his
what I
stint
was
in the Navy as much as I
Oh,
could have.
Oh, I get
We
it.
should
No,
probably,
I was like, oh yeah, I guess he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is thank the troops.
Yeah.
Guys.
Well-
I always took it for granted that my dad was in the Navy.
Yeah.
But
we should thank him for his service.
yeah. What were you gonna say?
I'm not actually. I have no idea if I've said it on the podcast, but I'd be kind of surprised if I haven't. He told us that when he met my mom.
You have said this on the
Yep.
podcast.
Said it, but do
Can
it.
I say it real quick anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. When he met my mom, she was surrounded by basically like a throng of guys trying to win her affection.
All at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
And he walked up and beat his chest like a gorilla and scared them all off, and that was how they started dating. And I was like,
Is
oh,
that true?
No, it's not true at all.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, sweet, nice job, Dad. Like, oh, you sure showed them.
God, you did that or I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I'm gonna definitely be pranking my kid like that. You know, little harmless pranks.
Yeah. One of the best, possibly the single best response to a little prompt on Hinge
Mm-hmm.
that I've seen is one of the prompts is the best way to win me over is, and the girl's response was, win a fight to the death with my other potential suitors.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean, that's really. I think that's the red-blooded American way. I'm sort of sick of these pansies taking me on coffee dates.
Feminine man.
Yeah.
Just going out for coffee.
Ashton,
Yeah.
can you read your Tinder response that I think is probably one of the greatest responses of all time
Oh
to
yeah.
anything?
I can. As a matter of fact, I can.
This is. You
I
can't
don't-
make this up.
Well, I don't know. where
you
my
actually.
phone
He
is.
had to make this up.
Oh, I can. It's saved in our.
Oh yeah.
Ben can read it.
Yeah. That.
It's all over the internet. Everybody's got it.
Yeah. I sent it. I sent it to my boys.
What? Do you want to read it?
No, read it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need to read it.
So L says, "Let's hear some of those green flags, babe. Other than the fact that Amy Winehouse is in your top artists."
And this is my bio is just a funny guy who happens to ooze green flags.
Ash says 1, I play the drums. 2, dogs love me. 3, I own a Fortune 500 company at the young age of 19. 4, I played a key role in the development of the polio vaccine. 4, again,
Yeah, I messed up.
6-time NBA,
All right, fine.
6-time NBA champion, 5-time Finals MVP, 18 times All NBA. 5, I discovered black holes. 6, People Magazine's sexiest man alive. 2005, 2011, 2018. 7,
Big gaps. Fell off majorly in 2008. The high highs.
Yeah.
7, when I was born, the doctor started crying because how beautiful I was. 8, Amy Winehouse is my top artist.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I gotta stop, but I gotta adjust it. So
Did you not lever it?
it doesn't work, George. Yeah, I don't like that from a physics perspective anymore.
Maybe we
because it
should do a
didn't work.
GoFundMe for better mic stands or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better.
Put that in the comments. So what do you mean it doesn't work?
Well, I keep having to do this.
Why don't you do the cantilever thing like Ben did?
Well, if I do it too much, then I have to hunch over.
No. False.
George is going to
How
handle it.
about you get off your dad's jacket and then you won't have to hunch over?
Well, that would only increase my need to hunch. Oh,
How?
nice,
Wait,
George.
but you get lower. Wait, Ashton, how would that increase your need to hunch if you're lower in the chair?
No, I guess I mean hunch forward.
He meant hunch up.
So hunched.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my better moments ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's an all-timer.
That was a good one.
George, do you have a list of bits on your phone?
I should, but I always have a
You-
super unrealistic belief that I will just remember them this time.
Yeah.
And I never... Actually, I might... Let me check.
I do.
I feel like I maybe have started one and like written down a couple, and then I also haven't been thinking of any bits lately.
I think, didn't we thought of one that was like someone calls a person at like 12:15 at night and like tells them some horrible news.
Oh
And
yeah,
they were
like
like-
what happened? This
they're like-
happened today, and like,
like-
I think you mean yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I had a funny idea for
No, I have no list of bits.
basically just a skit, and all it is a guy who's like, so the backstory is in Texas, Tiana was doing some doodles, and it was a tree, but I was looking at it from an angle that made it look, and the way she was drawing it made it look like a uterus. And I said, Tiana, are you drawing a uterus? And she said no. And then I got around to drawing a uterus or something.
Pretty quickly after that, I began my uterus drawing.
But then,
As one does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
When I hadn't hit my quota, so.
Tiana was like, "Oh, like, can you actually draw a uterus? Like, do you know what a uterus looks like?" And I was like, "Oh,
Is that
of course
these
I know."
guys?
Yeah,
I know what
yeah,
you're saying.
pretty-
Yeah, yeah.
essentially.
So
I mean,
where's
that's
the
the
baby?
fallopian tubes.
Yeah, I'm
Uterus
picturing-
is the big round
Is
bit
it
in
just
the
a
middle.
circle?
well, but,
I
but
could draw.
generally the
perfect
pictures
baby.
of the uterus is like the uterus-y shaped thing, but then the fallopian tubes are coming off, and
Do they connect at all?
I don't
Are
think they coil.
Yeah,
I
they're
just think
connected.
coiling, but I don't know. If
I think they have little
Yeah, they do.
Well, like knots.
lobes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at this up.
But
No, don't do it.
I'm
the
looking it
idea
up.
for a
I
skit
want to see for myself.
was like a guy who's like kind of challenged to draw a uterus from a kind of
He's like
From a
overly
kind of-
confident.
maybe like a sort of like a no uterus, no opinion
Oh,
sort of
uterus is right in the
perspective or
middle.
whatever, like maybe a little feminist challenge or something. And he starts off and he's like on a pretty good track, but then he just like starts drawing these increasingly wacky parts of a uterus that don't exist. It was
Kind of
like,
justify them, or
yeah, like, oh, and then you've got your like two arrows or like two
Yeah, yeah.
baby cannons.
yeah,
that shoot
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
right, and then right here, yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of George's funniest was when he posted on his story the it was like a screen recording of destigmatized public urination and then checking that off.
Oh yeah, it was like in my reminders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was pretty.
George is have you conquered your pee shyness at all?
No,
Not at all. I thought you
I
were
I made slight headway, but
And what?
I was peeing better for a bit, but I don't know if it's really maintained. I don't know. It's so weird. Me and Claire are both totally pee shy. Sorry to throw you under the bus, Claire. I don't think she would care. And yeah, I don't know why, but it like once it gets, I get in my own head. Well, if I pee at a urinal, I'm like, oh god, I should be peeing by now. And then I'm like, God, I know I'm not peeing.
You get the yips.
Yet. Yeah, I totally have the yips.
Yeah, I don't think
And then a
anybody-
lot of times, I'll try my luck at a urinal. What the worst is when I walk into a bathroom, I'm about to start peeing at a urinal, and it's silent in there, and a new guy walks in.
Oh,
That's
ruined.
toast. I might just leave the bathroom. I actually
my
have on
God.
numerous occasions. Yeah,
Really?
I'm out. Yeah, see ya.
You could
I don't know
fake-
why I care so much about these random people.
You could fake having to poop and then go into the stall.
I've done that too.
Nice.
But then
I-
wait, do you not? So if you're so concerned that these bathroom goers are over analyzing your behavior,
Mm-hmm.
they
think I just finished.
well wait, so you're scurrying into the stall right when you see them enter, but then-
Yeah, at that point, I'm just sort of throwing my concerns to the wind.
Maybe it just
Saying,
looks
I
like
really
you had a
gotta
change
pee.
of heart. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I picked the
Oh.
wrong device.
yeah.
I may have mentioned, I don't know, Ben's probably kind of have I mentioned the one time I've never been pee shy is when I would pee before football practice.
Yeah, this is funny.
No, but
And JV football players, I would pee. I could pee in front of them all day long. I could
some
pee in front of
power.
100
Millions of an arena full of JV football players.
I'd be like,
watching
"There's
George
no
pee."
way I'm letting these little dorks not make me pee," and I would just pee away. And then I try that trick. I try to tell myself in my head, like, "This guy's such a loser." Elsewhere, like in public, like how am I not gonna pee
God.
next to this idiot?
Yeah.
But it doesn't work as well when they're not like literally in JV football uniforms.
Maybe
Like,
it's an evolutionary thing.
That is
Maybe
there's
maybe
some reason for
you
it.
should carry with you a JV
I think it's just like
football
a
uniform.
social.
You should carry with you a JV football uniform.
Drape it over my.
Yeah.
Just ask really nicely if they can put this on really quick.
Hey, I've got a weird thing. It's like not sexual, but
you could wear like those horse blinders.
Yeah, horse blinders with just JV guys painted on the side.
Yeah.
Or just like a whole VR mask. That
Yeah.
Just in the locker room.
I've
with
ac-
JV
there's
football players.
I've never used this, but I've heard of an app you can download where I would assume you would do this discreetly, press a button and make it sound
like
like you're
peeing.
peeing. They give you cover to start peeing.
So let's assume. I mean, you start this app,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you still got not that much time. Otherwise, maybe
You're
these
peeing-
guys just think
you're-
you're peeing for way too long.
I'd rather have them think that. I don't know
That's
why
so
I care what they
interesting.
think
Yeah.
at all.
Well,
It's so weird.
It's interesting that you care about the timing of the peeing, but only if they think you're not peeing. Like, you only care if they think you're not peeing. Like, if you just went on peeing for a crazy amount of time, it would be all good.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is so crazy.
Because I'm like, oh, I'm peeing just like the rest of you.
But you're not. You're peeing in a freakishly long time
That is
scale.
I don't know.
so
So
funny.
you're cool with standing there making the sound of peeing. You just don't want to be standing there silent for an extended
Yes,
period.
absolutely.
Got it.
I
Okay.
hate
think
to be staying
when
there
you get
silent.
older though, that's gonna be fine because it's like, oh, we expect this guy, like, because older people take longer to start peeing. I think.
Yes, I don't know. I don't.
Have you-
I mean,
I've not.
it
had
should
that.
be fine.
I haven't had that
as I'm
trouble
younger.
at all.
It's
Yeah,
so-
I don't. I wouldn't wish it on. I would actually
I
probably
think-
if I ever had a worst enemy, I might wish it on them because it's not that bad and it's like sort of annoying enough to
Yeah,
make my
that's
worst
good.
enemy.
It actually seems tailor-made for something
It's
you
the
would wish on
perfect
your worst
thing to
enemy.
wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta make an enemy.
Yeah.
Like as
You
soon
got-
as I make an
as soon
enemy,
as you make an
I can do elevator antics and wish pee shyness on them.
Can you? Okay, there's a title
yeah,
there.
can we please workshop that into
Can
a
we
title?
clean that up real quick?
We just have to release the 7 podcasts we have in the bank first.
Yeah.
No, let's skip them. Can we skip them?
Oh,
No,
I
they-
like-
well, I guess
mean-
you could. They just all have episode numbers burned
this
in,
one
so-
wouldn't make any sense if you didn't. If you hadn't watched.
Yeah.
When before I go to bed, even if I don't have to pee at all,
Mm-hmm.
I always mentally like force myself
That's
to
good
go
practice.
because
I remember. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, one of the first times I ever slept over at George's house, and that is code for lay awake until midnight and then call my parents to come pick me up.
And then would I know?
Well, I wasn't there in the morning,
I
so
guess.
I don't know what.
I don't know what I would know.
It was just thought
I
he
don't know
dreamt the
either.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Give George roofies and then
yeah. That's crazy that you wouldn't know because I was always like, oh, George is like.
I mean, I must have known, but I'm sure I just also didn't like. I actually think I probably remember like knowing and just being like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. I don't.
Yeah, you don't care.
I didn't care.
Shoot, what was I saying? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before bed, part of the Tracewell, and I don't know if this is still a thing, but kitty bedtime routine was to go pee, and that's not really it's never been a thing. Like, all right, go pee. It's sort of just like when you need to go pee, go pee.
Really?
Yeah. So then I was like, well, I don't really need to go pee, and then I think your mom was like, well, you better just try or something like you better like get it out of the way or something, and I was like.
Okay.
What am I going to do? Like, I don't need to pee. Like, I can go in there and go through the motions of peeing if you want, but I don't really know
Would
what
that
that's
involve
gonna
actually
do.
peeing?
Like, maybe like a drop too, but like, it's basically the, like,
Did you? Do you remember?
I don't know. I didn't pee in that meaningful of a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys been to the, like when you go to the doctor and they say we need to get a pee sample and like they didn't tell you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm basically. Even if I don't have to go really bad, I'm basically like I feel like there's always a little
You can produce?
A bit of pee.
I can produce.
Because I usually,
I can perform.
I usually just pee before I leave the house. So I show up like at the doctor 5 minutes later and they're like,
Yeah.
"Can you fill this jar?" And it's like, no.
Absolutely not.
Fresh out, doc. I apologize.
They're like, well, the fountain's over there. And like they
You
actually
gotta
make,
drink up.
they make you just drink a bunch of water and sit there and wait. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can they forge ahead while you're waiting, or is it really
In theory, they could. In practice, they seem to not. They
That's
just seem
interesting.
to,
doctor just wants to go on his
I like
phone or
that.
something? Oh no, we can't do anything.
Yeah,
We
No,
gotta wait for
it'd
him
be
to pee.
useless.
Yeah.
You're processing the liquid. Your vitals are gonna be thrown off.
The-
I'm gonna go check my computer.
The John Mulaney bit where he like goes to try and get drugs and he says he's been peeing too much.
Oh yeah, and he says
11.
12 times.
11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
11 times a day.
Yeah,
That's funny.
way too much.
And then they
I-
have to check his prostate.
I like the John Mulaney bit when he goes to the doctor and gets mad when they diagnose him with a cold. Call back.
Nice.
Sweet George.
One last note on my pee shyness is that the relief I get when I go into the bathroom, no one in there. I'm like, okay, here's my chance. Let's start peeing. I start peeing and then someone walks in. Oh, feels amazing.
So once you're peeing, there's no stopping you.
Yeah, and I'm like so aware there's no stopping me. And I'm so pumped.
George
about
is-
it.
What if you really, really have to pee?
So George is like,
there's no amount of having to pee that would overcome a bout of pee shyness.
wow.
Zero. Like I've had to pee so bad, and it's hopeless.
So is the sensation still there? I didn't get a super
like
clear answer.
kind of, and like it kind of goes away as I'm failing to pee, but then immediately after, obviously, it's still there.
I remember at the Pantages. I think it was the first time I was really introduced to your pee shyness. First time I met your pee shyness.
Ashton, George's pee shyness.
Yeah, we were at
A
Pantages.
play.
We had just watched School of Rock.
Yeah, it was a
It was
play.
after, and that bathroom was popping
That kind of is where my pee shyness developed, I think.
at the Pantages.
Yeah, that's a theater in LA that we have we go watch plays there consistently.
And and I remember we all peed, and then it was a thing like you came out of the bathroom and you said nothing, and I was like, huh, nothing?
Yeah, no, because there's
What's
like
that for?
the line's always super long and the urinals are close together, and the whole time I'm like, all right, here's your big chance, and then like dude on either side. I'm like, that's fucking not worth it.
Thing one and thing two.
Do you ever
over
wait
here.
for a stall?
Yeah, and then I reverted to waiting for a stall after like a couple no shows.
you went through the line a few times.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, George
Step
is
step up to the
so.
plate.
I was gonna say when you said you're so hyped about that you started peeing before the guy walked in,
Mm-hmm.
that you're like whooping and hollering, and that you're just when it comes to the bathroom, you're so embarrassed about being pee shy that all the other any other
amount of
thing
bathroom
the-
embarrassment does not
just doesn't phase
Yeah,
you.
right
so
out the
you'll
window.
be like peeing for 8 minutes or like celebrating while peeing.
doing anything
Yeah.
except not peeing.
As long as you're peeing, you can't be
Yeah.
embarrassed. We're almost 2 hours strong in here.
Let's call it.
Yeah, nice.
That was a poppin' app.
Oh, sweet.
Good app.
Yeah.
To everybody, all our listeners.
We always are so bad at wrapping it up.
Everybody,
It's
all our
crazy.
listeners.
It's like so bad.
Yeah, we don't have it really down.
George doesn't have water to do his like thing that he has to like.
I'm so chill about that though. It
Prepare
doesn't even
for it.
matter. Who's they at? Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Back east with Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
It's like once we know it's like we're gonna wrap we're gonna start wrapping it up. Like we're just like, well,
it all
there's
goes
no
out the
stakes.
window. Yeah, there's no stakes. Who gives a
Yeah.
So like you can just say, yeah, exactly.
So what? It's for the end.
I gotta say, I like the outro music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Here's the reason.
You know, it'd be well. I don't
They
know
want
if
to
you,
record a new one. That's what George's
Yeah,
thinking.
I was just thinking. I don't know if you have any interest. Like, if we ever make a half decent song, that could be the outro music
Or intro.
Or intro.
or intro.
Or intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dad made the outro music. I made the intro music.
you made the outro music?
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you
it
not
was
know
me.
that?
I did not know that.
Oh, no
Me
kidding.
neither. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Should we play it once just to critique it and then play it for
yeah,
real?
play it for real. No. I mean, play it for real for me to listen to it, and then we played it. Whatever. Play it. This is not the end. Do not go anywhere.
That sounds goofy.
Yeah, no, I love
the
it.
drums for that.
What's that?
Did I track drums for that?
I don't know if you. I think I just found something on.
Oh,
The Logic.
I was
Drum
about-
sample.
I was about
Yeah.
to have some classic.
So you're bassist by trade, guitarist by pleasure.
Correct.
That's
Do those
not
kind of
how
go
it
hand in
goes.
hand?
Pretty much. Yeah, I think if you could do one, you could probably do the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
But they're slightly different. I mean, like the
Yeah.
technique is different.
that's true. Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've tried playing bass sometimes when I'm making music,
Does it
and
go well?
there's like little tricks to the bass that you don't I mean, obviously the skills translate like generally, but there's some little bassisms that don't totally come across on guitar.
Yeah, like you're not going to be playing chords usually on the bass.
Yeah, and I think just the technique of pushing the note down is a little different. Like if you
Like
gotta
on the
go-
frets,
got to go a little harder. I see bassists always like
straight finger back.
straight finger. Maybe there's a more like muting going on. I don't know what's going on exactly, but it's not the same exact technique.
I'm sworn to secrecy on that one. I can't share.
The bassist's guild. Is,
Yeah.
yeah,
They actually currently have snipers in the area.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
actually run the entire world.
Yeah.
yeah. from a pizza place. in New York.
Freemasons, Illuminati. No, you guys are all wrong. It's the
It's
bassist.
the bassist.
guild.
Are bassists more down to earth than anyone else?
They're definitely.
They
I'm
usually
gonna
seem
s-
pretty chill.
Yeah, because they are truly the unsung heroes. Drummers are the obvious unsung heroes. Drummers are not the unsung heroes.
Bassists.
Bassists are the unsung heroes, and
I've
that's the most true thing in music. I feel like. Like,
I've got a soft spot for bass. It's
yeah.
I feel like bass is usually the thing you'd notice more by its absence than its presence.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like the microphone materials, like so soft. I don't know.
I don't know if anyone else is picking up on that.
Stakes are really low, man.
They are. I mean, yeah, that's
I mean-
basically what I'm going with. I was like debating saying that for like 5. Like I went quiet for like 3 minutes. Like I
being
wasn't
like,
even really.
The gears were turning,
I
and
thought
if
you were
you-
going to say like 30 episodes ago
No.
you figured that.
Like if you watch back the video, I was kind of just doing this and like, should I say it or like no?
Come on, get to where your balls, Ben. All right, I'm doing it. No, that's not the time.
There's probably a subtle like rustling sound throughout the whole like 2 hours.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Phoebe Bridgers doesn't use bass.
Who's that?
She's a indie artist, but
Oh.
there's Graydon from Hive Mind made a reference to that in one of their videos.
doesn't use bass.
There's no bass in a lot of her songs, I guess.
Not real music.
No.
I guess I don't know. I tried to look it up and I didn't really. I didn't look it up very well. I'm
feel
gonna
like this
do
is-
more research.
Not even listen to a song. I think.
Yeah, and I did, and I didn't notice any bass in that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Look
I
it
don't
up.
know. I don't know.
No, I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Is it just a money saving maneuver?
Yeah, it doesn't have
Can't
to
imagine
spend on
it
it.
would be.
Budgetary
Yeah.
constraints.
I'll also look it up. Totally. No.
Here I go with my left index finger. I gotta not use a bass.
If somebody tuned into the podcast right now, they'd just see 4 people. On the
Not
phone.
seeing anything about that.
Okay,
So
that's fine then. I don't know. Well, I like that outro song. It's freaking sweet.
Thanks.
something that came up is I cried at a Boy Genius concert, and I'm completely okay with it.
I'm not.
Why would you?
Why would you not be?
It seems like the type of person that would go to a Boy Genius concert
And
and
cry.
cry is so not the person that would be like stigmatizing crying.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
man up! What am I doing? Like at the Boy Genius concert, it's like the most like
Yeah, indie girl.
indie like kind of
Not
like, yeah.
necessarily girl. I like Boy Genius too.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, that's not the kind of person who would be averse to crying. I'm actually sort of I'm more pro crying than I cry. I kind of should cry more. I feel like, but I'm not gonna force myself to
You're
cry.
such a bitch.
I was thinking on the lines of that. I was wondering when embarrassment became a thing, because like animals don't really feel that,
Yeah,
but
there's no
and
shame.
humans must have like it kicked in at some point. But I wonder why. Like when was that?
It is weird.
Yeah.
I hate when people make other people feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
But if anyone's active, people will actively try and make other people feel embarrassed for
Yeah.
things at times. Oh, that's one of my if someone does that, like I immediately dislike them. Like that's I feel like that's such a terrible thing to do. It's so
Well, there must have been a
avoidable.
time when you couldn't do that because it kind of hadn't kicked in yet. Like it just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. You probably have to be like a certain level of smarts and socially aware and self-aware.
To be embarrassed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be a genius to be this embarrassed.
Yeah, cavemen probably didn't have any pea shyness. They were just,
No.
you know.
I know.
God.
God, I envy those cavemen.
Those were real men.
Those are my worst enemies, and I wish pea shyness on them. So
Okay.
George, but I don't think you're a bitch, by the way. Just to let you know.
thanks, Ben.
Okay, cool.
I do. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like there are times when I'm like frustrated or sad where I like maybe should cry and like I just don't.
Yeah, but I guess if you are fully down to crying or not crying, then it's not like you really should be doing anything. That's what I tell myself.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. God,
But-
you're a genius.
Thank you.
I say just save it for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Save what? All the
The,
crying?
the crying, yeah, bring it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next podcast will be us crying over whatever my
Genius.
favorite movie is, apparently. I can't even remember the name of.
Bottle rocket.
Yeah. The next podcast is us crying over Bottle
Don't you
Rocket.
like Jojo Rabbit a lot? Is that
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
okay?
That's up there.
All right.
For Ben Weber, Ivan Pelly, and Ashton Pelly, I'm George Tracewell. Have a good one.